Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you two fucking fucks? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big?
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
Try to relax your anus.
No, you fool. We're following orders.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
Settle this the old Navy way. First guy to die loses.
Good afternoon. Let's flip this over. And if you haven't figured it out from the title and the fact that I'm like fucking, I don't know, just a chud. Hey, we got a guest and her name is Digger. She's back again today. I can't scooch over enough. I'm trying. I gotta move me over. Oh, actually, holy balls, I know what it is. I moved my camera the other day, and that's why. Ha. Come on. Nope. Give me that sweet camera. Give me that sweet, sweet cam. You piece of shit. You know what I want you to select. Ya dick. It's not even locked. Ya cock shaka. All right, there we go. We were doing it like this because we had Digger here, and it makes life just a skosh easier. How are you doing, Digger, you lovely lady? How are you doing? Unmuting your mic will be a giant leap forward. Is what the?
I forgot that
All
I
right,
muted myself.
Yeah.
All right. I was looking for a news thing for Brian. Damn it, Brian, just drop a link. He wanted you to mention a story. I was looking at that. I wasn't looking at this. I had no idea I was muted.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned it. Like I said it.
Well, no, I wasn't listening. I'm closing all this stuff down because as soon as I go live. Oh,
that's nice.
Is Rumble actually started? Is it just me?
What are you talking about?
It's not starting.
It says 10 here.
Yeah, it says it's live. Yeah, it was my side. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna close. I'm gonna close that.
Now I have to actually check because like I was happy with where it was.
No, it is. I refreshed and it was fine.
Well, I know. Just I didn't need that. Lab Glass says hello, Safi, and then says tasteful amount of tit meat. Safi is putting out a tasteful amount of tit meat. Well, that's good for her. Good for her.
Hi guys.
Warning: I am armed with a huge load of lame jokes. No warnings will be given. Well, I mean, you say no warnings will be given, but that statement
was the
itself was a warning, which is weird. It's weird. Oh, speaking of weird things, what was it? A couple days ago, somebody was asking me about my pomade that I use in my hair, or pomade,
Okay, yeah.
whatever it's fucking called.
Mad.
Pomade. Jizz is what it looks like. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't. It looks like a can full of fucking like just jizz. Anyways, but it's I told them that I use all Old Spice, and there's a type, and I don't even know if it's made anymore because it's older. The stuff lasts a while for me. I have short hair. It's called Spiffy, Old Spice Spiffy, and I was looking for a date because I was curious how old it was, because I was gonna be like, I've had this shit for this many years, like, and as I was rolling it around looking for a date, I saw made in C. And the rest of the word after the C was not what I expected.
Canada.
Yeah. You guys make Old Spice hair gel or whatever, pomade, whatever it's called. You guys make greasy shit.
Well,
There you go. Nice smelling
we
greasy
make all
shit.
sorts of stuff. It's really cool. We are only now finding out ourselves.
I'm really
how
worried
much
that I
cool
have a
shit
can of moose
we
jizz
make.
in my bathroom, just so we're clear. I'm worried that is just a fucking pile of moose jizz that they have
You've
convinced me.
got your gorillas. We've got our moose.
God damn it.
You
Don't.
just
Don't do
don't ask.
I
don't tell, right?
Don't tell them I have gorillas. I don't have gorillas. They will believe these things.
That's right. Now, I don't have moose.
Right. You don't have any moose.
No moose. No
Just the moose
None
knuckle.
at all.
Just the knuckle.
Nope. And that's not moose jizz you're using in your hair. Nope. Not at all. So sorry. I didn't realize you were my camera is still really pausing and stuttering. I didn't realize you were taking your drink. My bad.
Oh.
You will never again use that stuff without thinking moose jizz. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
You're
great.
welcome,
That's
brother.
that's helping me on so many levels right now, especially.
I believe in John Hendry, says Rusty Grammar. Well, good for you. I don't. Isn't it Joe
I
Hendry?
heard that song played, but who is John Hendry? Like
Joe
who
Hendry is
the
a
dude?
wrestler. He's a wrestler, and that's his theme
Oh.
song. And he sings it himself.
Oh no.
Here. You've never seen it,
Wow,
so I
it's
guess
been a
now we have
long
to show you.
time.
You've never seen it, so I
I-
guess we'll have to show you.
Yeah,
'Cause
no, I've
he's
seen
Scottish.
the song. I've seen the song, the video. I didn't
Well,
realize that
fuck,
was
then
him.
fine.
I didn't realize that was John Hendry singing it. But who does he wrestle for?
WWE.
I'm oh, really? Oh
Yeah,
God,
he's-
it's been a while since I watched.
He's Scottish.
That. Okay. Well, how long's it been since COVID hit? Yeah, it's been
4 years.
it's been a while.
5 years.
Yeah, it's been that long since I last watched wrestling with my dad. So.
Say
has been a
his
while.
name and
Oh
now it's
no,
stuck in my-
Rusty saying no, Wild saying no, Lab saying say his name.
See, now they don't want me to play the video. They just don't want to play the video. So they don't want that coming up again because they've heard it too much.
Well, no, I've seen it. I've seen the music video.
Oh, I'm sorry. He wrestles for NXT, an association of WWE. So
Okay,
he's-
NXT. Well then,
Yeah, but he's
okay.
becoming-
Actually, NXT was cool.
Yeah, but he's becoming more and more popular. Like they actually had him at WrestleMania or whatever because people were
Oh,
holding up
okay.
signs like "Say his name" and he appears and all this stuff. And they played the music. And he's a baby face, and so
Mhm.
they just have a good time with him, and that's that. Royal Rumble says
Do
Adam.
they still have that 240 or whatever the flyweight?
I don't know. I don't watch
No?
wrestling.
Oh.
I have no idea.
You
I-
do? Yeah, that's right. You don't watch it at all.
I don't watch it at all. I just know what I know because it happened in the world and people are like always talking about it, so I like had to clue in, kind of deal.
Well, I'll have to ask my dad then. That was our thing. He can fill me in.
Okay, I have to get my ability to breathe back because I'm still impacted from trying to inhale coffee.
Press S, the chat, to spit on. Rusty, why do you want people to spit on you? Just out of curiosity.
I have no idea.
Oh no, the car windshield crack got huge, says Brian. It's a damn good thing they're replacing the whole thing. Everyone wants to spit on Rusty. There's S's in the Rumble and in the YouTube.
Well, Rusty asked in both places for just general for bringing up a gay. Oh, keep your kinks to yourself here, buddy. I don't know, Danger Bear, Wolf Turtle. You guys all share a lot of stuff. I can't say something should be expressly kept to themselves. I mean,
it's for the lube.
I'd prefer it not be in the chat, but what are we gonna do at this point? We had this video from yesterday, so I'm gonna play this quick, and then we'll get into the reason. We'll get into the reason that I played that last sound drop on the intro.
Okay.
Because we have an elementary school teacher to talk about that I can't believe is a thing, but it makes me laugh. Chevy JB with a link. I'll check what this is quick.
Well, I'll hop in then. Wild says, what do you call a prostitute in a wheelchair?
This is a giant. How long is this?
Park and ride.
I don't. Thank you. I don't know what you're linking, Chevy, but I'm gonna give that just a no because I'm not gonna read this just to figure it all out. And if you're about to tell me like, oh no, it's really funny because you read the story and then there's the picture at the bottom. Go fuck yourself. If you're telling me like the whole point of sending that was so that we would read like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different long paragraphs just to get to a picture of a lady who's like, "Durr," like
Well, you should just show us the picture then.
I closed the link already.
Oh,
I don't want to open it again. I mean, the chat's right here, and I could just as easily click it again.
Yeah.
But it's just no. Last, what do you call a prostitute in a wheelchair? Park and ride? Oh. Wild Saffron. Digger, he deliberately ignored that.
I think he did.
I deliberately ignored what? The joke? I mean, kind of.
The joke.
Kind of. Not so much deliberately as I was reading that while listening. And like what I was looking at was like, oh, I don't want to do this. Why would I want to do this? And then I just started speed scrolling and I was like, how much of a story is this? Why the fuck? And then, like I said, I think the whole thing was a prank just to like the whole post. The whole Twitter post is a prank of like reading a story of like, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. And you get to a picture of just a lady being like, "Durr." Best way I can say is she did a human version of the dog video that I'll play later.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kind of duh.
Did she smile too, though? Was she happy that she was?
She did look kind of happy. She looked strangely happy and Down syndrome-y at the same time. It's weird. All right, so I'm going to play this from yesterday. This is a father and son that went for a world record. They're from Australia. And the world record is by performing 45 consecutive inside loops. Oh, dear Lord. F you and your stupid music. I don't give a shit. So loop number 1. All right, so the question is, do they... Yeah, so you're still doing loops. So you just have to... So, what did we do? What have we learned? Why is this worth anybody giving a shit? Because
just doing loops in a glider?
Yeah, in a glider. Because if they do 45, they've done more than anyone else, and and we get a world record, and it's like, but
oh, it's a Guinness thing. Okay.
Yeah. I hate. I hate, and I'm always like weirdly curious about these things. Like, what propels people to want to do this? Because nobody's like, you know what I want to do? Just get up in my glider and do a loop-de-loop over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. People only do this shit, and they only push the boundaries of doing it for the sake of getting the world record. Like, the whole event itself doesn't matter. The world record does. Cool. You have the world record. Who gives a shit who the fuck can do the most loop-de-loops in a fucking glider? What does that mean for anything? Yeah, they do, but they should get...
And the people that they just beat probably care a whole lot.
You just described two different groups of people that, as far as I'm concerned, deserve to get thoroughly kicked in the nuts. Okay? They deserve to get tractor tire ironed in the nuts. Because it's stupid. It's pointless.
How else would we know who has the longest
Who gives a
fingernails
shit?
in the world? How else would
All right,
we
hold on,
know,
hold on,
like,
hold
the-
on, hold on. There's a difference, though, with some of those, and that's why I get pissed at people like this. Like Fingernail
Okay.
Lady, for example. Fingernail Lady. She's just
Yes.
fucking nuts. She wasn't like, I'm out to get the world record. I'm going to grow my fingernails for fucking decades upon decades because I'm out to have the world record for the longest fucking fingernails. No. That just happened. And if you want to give her credit for it, okay. But these two cunts didn't get in their plane, didn't put a GoPro on the wing on the off chance they feel like fucking around for a record today. No. They literally are like, we got to do this. They practice it. There are people like this that practice this shit and get ready and like train and so they can, and it's a lot of work and effort they put
like
into it.
Dude Perfect?
Yeah, but why?
Yeah.
I'm saying devote
Why
that
not?
time to something useful, something important.
Why not? It seemed to work pretty good for Dude Perfect.
Brian,
You got a lot of Guinness World Records.
you keep
A
that.
lot of them.
You keep that bullshit to yourself. There's no truth in that at all. I do not hold the record for most used asshole. Okay. Not even in the
Okay.
running.
We need to pitch in, chat. We all need to pitch in so we can buy next year's Guinness Book of World Records book, and we can make sure that we all admire
No,
Johnny
no,
and his,
no, I'm not
his
in-
record for most used asshole.
What the
I'll-
fuck? Why? No.
That'll make fun. But if you're in the Guinness Book of World Records, why are you railing against other people making Guinness World Records when you're in there yourself?
I'm
and
not
you
in
didn't
there.
even say anything.
I'm not in there.
Well,
Nobody,
Brian says-
nobody, again, much like the fucking loop-de-loop video here, nobody should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for most used asshole. What have you done? At least at then you could be like, I've probably pleased a couple of guys, right? Like, but that's not what happened, all right? Again, loop 40, and they're like, come on, we can do this. And the son's like timing, or is he flying? Are they taking turns flying? If this
I don't
cockpit...
know.
If this cockpit was covered in just fucking vomit and Cheetos and stuff, I'd be okay with it. Hey, Dad, I think it's a Guinness World Record. I wish you had crashed. Just so we're clear.
That's not very nice.
No, it's
Father,
not.
son
Neither
out
are they.
having a good time, beating a world record for the hell of it. Sounds like a wonderful family story.
I want to
Look at
speed
you
this
hating
up
on
where people
everything.
are literally, where just the stupidest amongst us literally go out and get themselves killed because they'll just get a glider and try to do loop-de-loops to get over, and then they'll end up just
We're getting
stalling
there.
out.
We are getting there.
T. Jefferson, Brian isn't lying. Trust the science, bro. No, the science is staring you askew this time. All right? The science is
Only this
steering you
time.
askew. Speaking of the science, I forgot to put his banner up. He gets this week and next week, and then we got I think the week after that is when we hold our thingamajig. All of that Friday.
Okay.
Where's my show sponsor thing?
Hello, Los Federales. Don't forget, folks, that the hardest part of eating a vegetable is the wheelchair. The more you know. Also, Brian sent a link. Have we broken you?
Close. 10 pounds away from world record for giraffe penis meat sold. Go, Johnny. No, I'm not, Chevy JB. There's no record for selling giraffe penis meat. Is
Oh, that's
Johnny
over- I'm
also
looking at the
telling
wrong
us that he also holds the record for most men? Please, no, he is not. No, he is not. Los Federales, Johnny holds the record for longest sitting streamer with MS. That one might be true. Because I did do an 18-hour stream.
Ooh. Oh, you've got me beat. I thought I did. I'd done most pretty well with 11 hours, just over 11 hours.
Yeah, I
Shit,
did.
now I've got to do a longer stream. Damn it.
Yeah, I did an 18-hour stream. I went from 6 a.m. to midnight.
Ouch.
It wasn't the best idea I ever had, but
Well,
it was fun. I made some money.
I'm sure.
That's one of the two close call poop emergencies we've had in this studio. The other one was a couple of weeks ago or whatever when I had to get up and go. And the other one, the one before that, was the studio one. Thankfully, Jonah was here because I was covering for Aaron at the time. And so Jonah was my morning guy. I was doing the morning show for Aaron on Steel Toe. Okay. And then Jonah was there. He was helping hold it down while I went and had a real growler of a bowel movement. It was a horrible time. It was difficult to force through quickly, and I didn't feel right for the rest of the day because I was like, what if I'm not done? And I constantly kept feeling like I was going to have to go again. For 18 hours, though, buried that shit down and I streamed. Then I took a nap, and the next day had an uncomfortable poop. What's up?
You were covering for Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Aaron basically just so happened to not be available to do his stream.
He was on vacation
at the time when he was supposed to be on 18 hours.
No.
Like, did he just like set up the 18-hour stream and then
no. He set up a regular show stream. He set up a regular show stream. He was on vacation. I took over doing the show for him for like 3 days, and then so I did the show, and people were like, "How long to go for this? How long to go for that?" And Aaron worked out a 50-50 split on the thing. So we did everything, and everything that came in, like, fucking people were like, yeah, fuck yeah, Johnny. And we're like, this much more to go to this long. And I forget what the time was, but someone asked how much to go till midnight. And I think I said the amount. And then David Chandler did it. And then boom, we were booked in till midnight. And that was probably the hardest stream I ever did. And then when I got done, like, it sucked because everybody around me was pissed. Because it's like, it was midnight on like a fucking Friday. And they're just like, hey.
Okay.
You know, we want to go to bed, and you're still fucking going. Just fucking stop, for the love of God. There will be a world record for kangaroo penis meat sales, and that champion will be Johnny. We're rooting for you, El Jefe, says T. Jefferson. There is no world record for kangaroo penis meat sales. There shouldn't be, and there definitely isn't. And I'm not part of any meat sales or record meat sales, so we're good. Balls Deep with $2 saying Boomer Kang Ru Wang. $40 a dozen. Thank you, Balls Deep. You're also an asshole. Thank you.
Next week for sure be over 100 pounds. Oh. Johnny's Exotic Meats is breaking records all over the place.
No, it is not. Johnny does not have exotic meats. Johnny, and now I've got myself talking about myself in the third person. Balls Deep, T. Jeffo. That's actually, El Jefe is nice, but T. Jeffo is actually pretty good too. What's the record for quickest ejaculation? I don't know, Saint Ren. You hold it. Tell me. I'm kidding. I'm being a dick. I apologize. All right, so I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm a Christian. All right,
Wait a minute, but I got sidetracked by the exotic meat. So people actually paid you money to stay on longer. Mm-hmm. You did well with this?
Yeah.
Why? Like, it doesn't make sense. You're not getting you drunk or stoned or. I just wanted to keep you on.
Those things
stream.
were going to happen anyway. Like the drinking and the smoking happened anyway, just not on Aaron's show.
Yeah.
I didn't do any drinking on Aaron's show, and I generally don't do any. Like, I use my oney. I love the fucking people that are either deliberately saying shit to be fuckers or just, oh, look at Johnny doing all those drugs. And I'm like, I was just using this. This doesn't really count. And Aaron's like, oh, you potheads and your apparatuses. And I was like, no, it's just literally, this is a different volume. It's like saying I'm going to get drunk off of this thimble. That's not what it is. This is a little tiny amount just to get what I need to hold me together so I'm not smoking and hacking up a lung all day. Yeah. Smoking a big old toot off of this baby, that's going to change things up a bit. Another $2 from Fallen the Great. Johnny has the record for most hippo jerky recalled. No, I don't. I never had any hippo jerky recalled because I don't have any hippo jerky. Although if I can
was
find...
never meant to go out when you ate it and you got sick, Fallen. Jeez Louise.
Although, really, if I can find someone to like let me like package and sell their jerky, be like, hey, can we call this one hippo jerky? Just why fettuccine? Why?
Hi, fettuccine.
For a minute, I thought you were playing a clip. And what I was hearing was you playing a clip. And then I looked down, and there's like this little tiny golfer just screaming at me. And I just don't know what to do. Now I'm weirded out. I'm feeling comfortable.
There's a little squirrel over there. He's just laughing at me. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
This is still the best ever. Imagine that. Like, I mean, I don't need to. You just told me it happened. I don't need to imagine it. Obviously, you can't pitch the camera over. There will be a world record for kangaroo penis meat sales, and that champion will be Johnny. Oh, wait. Nope. I already read that one.
Yep.
Adam Simon, Johnny, your store slogan should be nobody beats our meats. We don't have any meats to beat, so you can't beat my meat because it doesn't exist. So people are going to clip all of these statements about me denying the fucking exotic meat market, and they're going to turn it into Johnny has no penis. And I'll be like, no, I have a penis. And they'll be like, we have the video evidence to show. Oh, really? I don't even want to know.
I'm thinking we were going to do the montage of Johnny, denying knowledge of all these different companies that he's got running.
I don't have them. I'm not denying. I'm admitting they don't exist.
Photos of the
there are no photos. There's no businesses.
Trucks and the big delivery
those are
trucks,
AI fabrications, and you know
photos
it.
of the docks, and maybe a picture of the kids all standing around. The kids before.
The gorilla was holding the
what
tray like a
happened on
serving
Dock
platter.
2
I mean, come on.
Dock 2. It would be a real shame if someone made a video montage of that.
Oh.
You denying while the proof flashes across the screen.
You know what? I feel like both scenarios are bad, but I prefer mine. At least in mine, I actually did say these things so they can put the clip together and extrapolate their own theory. But like this whole meat market thing, you guys started, and I just rolled with it. Like, oh, you never have fun with our bits, so I had fun with your bit. Now just, nope, never mind. There's a cat on the screen. Somebody has to show. Somebody can't. I should have known as soon as you bring a lady on her stream, she just starts showing everyone her pussy. It's fucking horrible.
Right? Oh, okay. No, I'm putting you down, silly.
They yave to about nothing. Oh, they have to about nothing. Higher than giraffe ass rump steaks do not exist without the promo code so high, says Paul. No, it's not without the promo code. There are no higher than giraffe ass rump steaks. She's just over there reading the chat now. She's just catching up. She's like, what did I miss while I was playing with my cat?
No. Thanks for the order of ostrich eggs, says Sandy Squatch. The omelet I had this morning was wonderful. I'm so sick of this bit, I decided to finally join in. There you go. You just let me know, Sandy, if you want a job. I'm sure we can find you
take mine.
A position within the
All you got to do
companies.
is shoot me first. Jesus. Good God.
Yes. And honestly, Colin, you and I both know we're gonna have a discussion about that hippo jerky that was never meant to go out to customers.
There was no hippo
the
jerky.
fact that we have to recall
These
it all, or at least recall what hasn't been eaten, is awful.
They're
Awful.
not real.
I'm starting to regret putting you in that position there,
Stop.
Colin.
You're putting me in a position I do not appreciate. The panda jerky is perfectly safe to consume. There's no panda jerky.
No, the panda jerky is safe because we tested it first.
There's no
Silly.
jerky.
Silly. Can't just start putting new products on the shelf. We've got to test it first. We don't want to kill off the customer base.
If we were only so lucky.
Oh, Lordy. LOL. Hippos go berserk, says Jake in the Hudson. Well, good to see you, Jake. Hey, I'm right on time for Panda
Hi,
Jerky.
Lexi.
Woo, good to see you, Lexi. That makes me want to drop like an. That makes me want to drop like an ounce on when I'm smoking some meat next time. Drop an ounce of what? Like he means like drop meat on the smoke. I don't. Oh, dude.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I'm reading something else. I read it about nothing more horrifying. I like the Uncle Adolf reference. God bless. What, Rusty Grammar? What the hell are you talking about? You know what? I can't catch the chat. Just read today. MS is a parasite and needs to be detoxed, says Fanatical Bucks fan.
Do they have any tips on how to detox?
Over drinks, a man told his friend, "Last night I jerked off over my ex. I know it was wrong, but she's a heavy sleeper, and I still had the keys." All right, Wild Saffron, I'll give you this. This is a joke, and that was a joke, and it was funny, but it was also just a little, just so we're clear, just a little. Alrighty. My multi-stream chat is horrible with like catching up with YouTube. Like it moves with YouTube and then it just stops. Digger, show the fans the jerky. That's a mighty nice pussy, says Fallen the Great. Sandy, Panda Jerky. All right, there. So I got to again say thank you. All of our YouTube stuff comes through on the 21st. So other than the funding day where we specifically count the funding day stuff that threw in, we kind of close those up. So those at the end of the month buyout. That's why we're down to $5 for our goal for March 31st. But depending on what goes through Twitch today, that'll probably be done. I think it's like halfway to being done already when we started. Nice. So the 100 bits that came in, like a sub or two on Twitch, and like maybe another 100 bits, and then that'll probably be the remainder of the 5, which will mean we'd be on Tuesday, April 1st, April Fool's Day.
Nice. That's when all our new taxes get implemented. My government has a sense of humor.
I wonder if ours do. That would be hilarious if that's what ours did too.
Trudeau's been really good at dropping a bomb on us every April Fool's.
Lexi, salon appointment. I'll have you tards in my earbuds, so don't do anything visually amusing today, okay? Thanks. No, I'm just going to...
We'll do our best to keep videos to the second or third hour.
Everybody, Lexi can't watch. Tweak your nipples now. All right, sorry. All right, so if you missed the intro, I did play one sound drop, and it's in relation to this story, because I have to know how this happened. I haven't looked into it at all. I want to react to it in real time, so I haven't looked into it. I meant to play it yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. But we have... this was the sound drop I played. And I don't know if it's really relevant now that I'm looking at it. The title of the story, though, before I press play, just for those of you who, again, are listening and not watching, is elementary school teacher accused of urinating in a can in front of his class.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, he's accused of urinating in a can in front of his class. Now, before I hit play, I'll explain. I'm like, why didn't you just go use the restroom? Like, what does pissing in a can in front of the class? Like, at the very least, just to be decent, you'd have to, like, turn your back to them. So you're not watching them anyway. What is it to establish dominance? It's a dude, obviously.
Tonight, a Valley.
So, and it's not even that long of a story. You'd think it'd be a longer story. I'm guessing this guy is like totally fired because they're calling it a indecent they're calling it an indecent exposure charge, if you believe them shits. Yeah, no, so they're calling it indecent exposure, and fucking piercing brown eyes, whoever he is here, is about to tell us about it. Let's go find out.
Teacher is facing indecent exposure charges and trying to explain why he urinated into a can or bottle in a classroom full of kids.
Explain that.
Police say Kurt Hinton told them he didn't think the kids could see. This happened.
What? Oh,
I didn't realize the kids could see. My bad. Jeez.
I don't know, but maybe they might have some questions when they hear like the bottles start to fill. Like, sure, the first splash, I'm sure, would be quiet, but I mean, unless, like, even if it's a bucket, like, at a certain point, there's going to be an amount of fluid that retains, and that retention is going to cause a splooshy echoing thing. Anyone who's ever filled a fucking fish tank knows what I'm talking about. You fill a bucket of water, that first little splash into the bucket doesn't make a whole lot of noise, but eventually it's just...
Yeah.
They're going to wonder what the hell the noise is, man. It's not like peeing is a silent art. Nobody knew, like, hey, if I pee in front of a room full of kids into a can, but none of them know about it, does it matter? Yes, it does. It's the principle of the thing. You're not even. Speaking of which, let's get the principal in on this. All right, let's go.
Well, that's my question too. I didn't think the kids could see. So how many times has he done this in the past? The kids just hadn't noticed.
I wasn't even asking that. I was just thinking, like, operating under the basis of, well, as long as they don't see it, it didn't happen. Like, I mean, that's not true. But yeah, no, that is a good point.
How often does this happen?
How often
is he not allowed to go to the bathroom? Like, why does he have to be sitting
what it is?
Like,
Professor Sneaky Pea here really has a kink. He's got to get it. He's got to get his fix in. It's just like, oh, yeah, you do your math problems. Just starts peeing in a jug. Like, dude, what the hell, man?
That's just weird.
So he's either got a lot of wide mouth bottles or a really small dick. I'm going to go with the latter. Because they said into a can. They accused him into a can. That's risky business.
I thought it was, yeah.
Because, like, them shits is sharp. You can cut your dick. Unless, of course, you're dealing with, like a lot of breathing room between, said phallus and, but.
Yeah, then he's got to have some special aim.
We are really delving a lot deeper on this than I wanted to.
The tiny little hole of a can.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good from afar. Still not right what he's doing, but that would be a talent.
Near 32nd Street in Van Buren, detectives say Hinton told them he was new at the school and didn't know anyone who could cover his class. So he said...
Didn't know anyone who could cover your class? You had to run and pop and take a squirt. I'm pretty sure it happens, dude. People have to pee. Just go use the bathroom for a second.
He resorted to doing what he did in the military.
Wow. Wow.
Resorted to doing what I used to do in the military. There's a person who's trying to Guten Tag, Johnny and Diggers at Taste Fairy. Hey, Taste Fairy, good afternoon to you too. Or actually, is that good day?
Oh, Mr. Q, a trash can. Yeah, that was...
Because Morgen is morning, Guten Morgen is morning, and Guten Abend is afternoon. So I think Guten Tag is day, like good day.
Evening. Or
Tag
day.
is evening.
I don't know. I have no idea. None whatsoever.
It's been a while since German 1 and 2, and ironically, the one thing my German teacher taught me that retains with me to this day, like crystal clear, is that she went to high school with the lead singer of Megadeth.
Would stick, yeah. A lot more than the language, anyway.
Like, all I remember about Frau Baumann, like, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, all that stuff, the basics, like, that stuff sticks with me because, like, there's enough things that I watch with, like, movies, and I, later in life, became friends with a guy who's probably secretly a Nazi, like, so I kind of developed a weird way of, like, keeping my German up a little bit, but most of it just fucking flew in, flew out. One thing I remember is, no, that bitch went to high school with the lead singer of Megadeth. Good for her.
Very cool.
Nachtmittag is afternoon. Nachtmittag.
Tag means day. Abend is evening.
Yeah. I had it right.
Interesting.
I had it right.
I did not know
you
that.
doubted me.
I never doubted you. I
believe
just
you did.
didn't know. You could have been lying, and I would have believed it because
no faith. No faith. You believe this shit? You believe what this lady's doing over here? Can you believe?
I would have believed you.
Can you believe this crazy lady
who is not defending herself at all, and it is not because the slider is all the way down and she can't speak. No. She's over here giggling like a crazy person because she thinks it's funny. So, oh, yeah, I don't believe you. You're lying fucking crippled. Like, all right, great. Glad we're having a grand old time.
And Guten Adolf means preheat the oven, please.
No, it doesn't, Wild Saffron. That is very offensive. That is not okay. Regardless of the face that you see back there, this betrays what you're saying. You know, as a redhead, they would have come for you too, right? Like, you would not have been safe.
That's fine.
Hell, they thought Jews didn't have souls. Imagine what happens when they got to gingers. Oh, boy. All right. Fun fact, the mother of the drummer of Megadeth is from Minnesota, and she intervened. She invented Post-it notes for 3M.
I've heard that fact before, actually.
See, I heard a different fact
completely
about
random and
Post-it.
useless, but I know it.
I heard a different fact about Post-it notes. That Post-it notes came into existence because 3M was trying to develop an adhesive, but all they managed to do was develop a mild adhesive because they were trying to look for like a reusable tape kind of thing, and what they ended up coming up with was something where it really doesn't work that well, but if you like paste it to a piece of paper and stick them all together, then I don't know. Again, this could all be wrong. Saw Megadeth with Mudvayne last year. Good show. Yeah, Megadeth's still cranking. Nice, because they were an 80s band. So it's been a touch. Guten Asloff means you leave the gas on. No, it doesn't, Fall in the Grate. No, it doesn't. We were gonna do a show. Like, we had a plan. Almost done with the first hour. Go until 4:30, and I don't know how we're gonna hold all this shit together. You guys are crazy. This is not going to work. Ooh, this is cute.
We seem to do it every time. I think we're fine.
I never went outside. Meet a Cold War era doctor assigned to live under the ice. Oh yeah, I wanted to see that. And then we have updates about the story that you brought me yesterday. It was yesterday. The 23andMe thing. We have an update on that. And then something you and I both thought was interesting. We wanted to talk about. Researchers say they found structures underneath the pyramids in Egypt, which I don't know if I believe that or not.
Really? I'd be inclined to believe it.
I mean, the structures they're talking about, like, I'll pull up the models, the 3D models that they've rendered based off of their evidence. The supposed structures they're talking about, this is a level of architectural engineering that completely surpasses current human capability.
You mean like the pyramids?
No, the pyramids don't surpass human capability. They just defy explanation in terms of how primitive man made them. We could build the pyramids.
These are not
back then, though.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of different... Oh yeah, but no, we'll get into that whole thing. We'll get through this one first. This is another one that was left over from yesterday. This is just a video we found. This is just a cute video, so we're just burning it up. Here we are. An otter escaped from the zoo. Apparently, in the middle of a snowstorm, an otter escaped from the zoo. That's an interesting time to go for your freedom, because it's not like they can't follow you.
That's he's having fun. He's
having a blast from the looks of things.
Yeah,
he's having a grand old time.
I'm guessing the snow banked up high enough that he was able to escape. Yeah, that would be my guess.
It could be. Hey, John and Digger, can you cover for me? Need to use the bathroom, says St. Caesar. Cover you for what? And the answer is no. Just so we're clear. Did I take the chat box down, or is it just off?
No, you didn't.
Oh, the chat's faded. Okay. Run, otter, run. Yeah, dude. Run, otter, run. Patty gonna get you. Run, otter, run. Well, you better get away.
Ow, that was my... Why? Why do you even have to? Like, the only
Your
reason...
cat used you as terrain It walked across your back. Like, the cat could have gone in front of you, and it's like, no,
Right.
that. I'm just going to jump up on your shoulder, step on your hair, and leave. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes, that's her new thing. God forbid I lean over to type something to chat. Next thing you know, I've got her curled up doing kneading bread in
Making
my
biscuits
hair.
on your head? Yeah.
It's her new thing. It's adorable, but it hurts,
Well, that's life. Alrighty. Okay, so we are all caught up with the chat. We are going, it's just about 2 o'clock here. We got about 10 minutes left in the hour. We're going until 4:30. If you want to support the show, here, I'll do the links part now quick. Just to
Hey, there's an idea.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
share the
pay
link.
links, and then people can actually donate.
Oh, off my ass.
Can't donate anything
Jesus.
if
Like, they don't know what they
put
are.
it up.
They're in the descriptions. I
don't
just
know
feel
what
like
they are.
Good God. Yeah, nobody knows what they are.
I wouldn't think to go and look at the description. Come on now.
Oh, it's just so difficult to do this stuff, man. You just
know.
You're riding
Oh.
my ass like crazy. I just Why
Hard
did I?
life. Dropping links and then pinning
People
them.
have already been throwing
So
money
hard
at
to
the
do.
show. I don't know what you want. We've gotten
hard
subs.
to
We've gotten bit. Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know. I guess we don't have to be professional here.
I'm in charge, damn it. I'm the one wearing the tie. You know what's going to be really funny is she's going to come on tomorrow and wear a tie and then be like, haha, now I'm in charge, bitch. I'm the tie wearer now.
Idea.
Right? There we go. All right. So thank you, YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. We love having all you guys. Cold War era doctor assigned to live under the ice. I was curious about this. Dr. Weiss remembers serving time at Camp Century, a remote Arctic research base that operated in Greenland in the 1960s, and how he felt learning of the facility's secret purpose decades later. What secret purpose? All right, now I'm curious. I bet this has got an ad, though.
Ever since they got
Yep.
DirecTV, they don't miss a game. Now,
Yep.
Yeah.
They're making a
can't
Goodfellas.
not.
Dude, they're totally ripping off of fucking Goodfeathers or whatever the fucking the one was on Animaniacs. All right. Now
Oh, yeah, I remember them now.
This was a Cold War. They were afraid that Russia might come across.
why are we talking about this?
and
Professor
they
of
need to have
Urology.
military up
Wait a
there.
minute.
Century is buried below the surface of this ice cap.
This was a Cold War. They were afraid that Russia might come across, and they needed to have military up there.
This is
So U.S. Armory Dispensary. Wait a minute. You guys have fucking weed up there? Also, so this is during the Cold War. You're worried about the Ruskies. Why did they need a urologist?
Dr. Robert Weiss. In 1962, he was drafted into the U.S. military, where he began his career as a physician working under the ice at a remote Arctic research base.
Camp Century, Greenland, which is 800 miles from the North Pole. I said, "You're kidding." All I saw was a lot of snow.
Just a few years earlier, the U.S. military took unprecedented engineering efforts to build the nuclear-powered base, calling it a city under the ice.
A system of 23 trenches would be dug into the ice cap and then covered with steel arches and snow. Except for the fact that they have no windows, the men of Camp Century live exactly as do other soldiers.
I never went outside.
This is getting weird. They never went outside. What's the point, though? Why do we care?
I was very.
Well, no, they had to have forces there in case Russia decided to invade from that end.
Yeah, but again, he's shocked about its secret purpose years later. What secret purpose? That's what I'm curious about. They're saying it was there for the invasion.
I'd read a lot of science and medicine, played chess.
In 1967, the camp closed. Decades later, information about the camp's secret purpose was declassified, revealing it was part of a top-secret Pentagon plan to hide launch sites for missiles in the Arctic.
I mean, I'm not totally surprised. We knew they were digging tunnels, and the whole idea was to have a subway under the snow, but they didn't get very far on this base. I mean, I was totally surprised about the idea of nuclear weapons being placed, which had never occurred.
Okay. That's not.
It should never
If
have
you have
occurred.
heart disease and struggle with LDL,
I love that they cut it at the end where this guy's talking. They're like, you know what? He might say some stuff we don't like right after that. So as soon as we get all the words we want, chop.
Yep.
I'm guessing that's why it's cut so hard right there. Should never have occurred, chop. I'm betting what he said was something to the lines of, should never have occurred, but the Russians were expanding their military, so we had to expand ours. Because CNN is on this big kick where they want to paint us as America right now and the American military and just overall the growth of America as this bad thing because they don't want Donald Trump to pick up Greenland or Canada. And so it's just, it's interesting. It's interesting. Fallen the Great saying boner alert. What do you mean boner alert? Poignant Pachyderm saying Camp Century was abandoned because the ice was taking over the tunnels and the sewage froze. That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Weird how they don't mention that in that story. We need to buy in Greenland and make a new one, says Poignant Pachyderm.
Who knows what they've got over there, you know, what they've had over there for all these decades. There's, you know.
Right.
There's some really good tinfoil hat theories about what's going on up there.
Like what?
Nazis who have been living and breathing and surviving in a secret Nazi base underneath the ice, like a city underneath.
Yeah.
And the Nazis are just there and they're just
What do you think we
waiting,
were looking for?
biding their time.
That's what they were doing when we were there. We were looking for the Nazis. We didn't find them. They're there, though. We know they're there. They're there with all of their stolen Nazi gold. We're going to get it before Israel does.
Right.
But then Israel's going to make us give it to them because they have... I'm sorry. After everything that's come out on the JFK stuff now, I'm officially... tinfoil fat hat. I'm officially on the tinfoil hat train of Epstein was completely a Mossad agent. I'm sorry. You're telling me that this government that's our ally and that we have to fucking continually give money to and shit. You're telling me they just up and killed one of our leaders? Oh, cool. And
you do know who Ghislaine's father is?
Who's Ghislaine's father?
He is a very wealthy, or I think he's dead now. I can't remember. But he is or was a very, very wealthy Englishman. He had hand in media, I believe it was. He was also an Israeli of Israeli descent, and he was a Mossad spy. He's in the way I've connected the dots, putting on the tinfoil hat, I'm speaking out my ass. But he was high up in Mossad. He was a spy, and then he had his daughter doing the same thing, and she was like Epstein's handler, in my opinion. I don't think Epstein was Mossad himself, but he was being handled.
Poignant Packet, I'm saying Nazi ice pirates. I believe it because it's true.
Right?
Because it's true. Maybe that's why Trump wants Greenland so Elon can hide all the world seeds he stole. Elon stole world seeds?
I didn't know he's.
What are world seeds?
World seeds?
Are you talking about like the seeds from like the World Seed Bank? Because there is like a World Seed Bank where they keep seeds.
There's
preserved.
a couple of them.
Ghislaine's father mysteriously fell overboard on his yacht.
Okay.
They ruled it self-deletion. Right. Because if they didn't, they'd have to investigate. But fortunately, the people who did it were probably also the people investigating. So, good afternoon, Digger, Johnny, and chat. I have to get months of flossing in today before I see the dentist tomorrow. Wish me luck, says SH. I mean, or you could just like floss every day. Now, like, here's the thing. I understand. Here's the thing. And I know I'm saying this as a janky shark-toothed motherfucker. They make those little like plastic flossy things. You get like a bag of like fucking 30 or 40 of them. And so, yeah, you just fucking 2 a day. You just 1, 2, and you're done. Like just floss at the end of every day.
How do you do it?
2,
Yeah.
2. Like there you go.
Okay. Do you have to make the
It helps
sound?
if you like the food doesn't come out, like it's the vibration against your teeth from the audio waves. This is science. This is
I'll have to try
the
that
science.
next time. It's the science, so I should know better. The science.
Yep, that's what I usually use. Yeah, but my point is you're doing it all in one day, like to catch up for months of. Like I feel like you just have to like just get at it once a day. Like at the end of the day, your teeth aren't going to get more shit in them worth flossing overnight unless, you're eating in your sleep. Lucky significant other. But
Maybe they don't want you gnawing on them.
tired of waking up with my wife sucking my dick. Enough is enough. I need some sleep. She just wants that. She wants that just Greek yogurt seed. Just all right. They are claiming Elon is stealing the seeds from the seed bank. Why?
How would he even get his hands on the seeds in the seed bank? Like that doesn't make sense.
Fanatical Bucks fan, I need to know more about oil pulling.
Oil pulling?
Yeah, I dropped my lighter. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you, Wild. Wild sent me a link to the seed article. I'll check it out.
Okay.
Stealing seeds from the seed bank is hyperbole. Firing dirty scientists isn't theft. Ah, I see. Okay. So this is more a Doge thing?
I don't know. I will say this.
But wait a minute. I didn't know that America even had a seed bank.
Dude,
I
it's a
we
very
all were
smart
gonna rely
idea.
on the two.
Like, there's like two like global seed banks that I can think of.
Yeah.
But either way, you can never have too many seed banks in case there's like a huge like crop epidemic.
Fair enough, I guess.
Joe Gatto was there. The bite marks prove it, says Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. I have no excuse of it. I'm going to be in trouble. Probably. Fuck their GMO seeds. That's the one. Rusty Grammar. GMO is a very, very broad term, and I have some bad news for you. Most everything you eat is, by definition, a GMO. The GMOs you need to be worried about is when they put things that can't be nature-made GMOs, because there is ways to genetically modify organisms by breeding them with other ones, but then there's things where people put stuff like fucking botulism toxin in apples so they don't spoil, but you're supposed to digest it. Like that's where we're getting too far with that sort of thing. Healthline, nutrition, oil pulling, coconut oil. All right, let's see if this is worth reading during the show or if I should just look at this later. I've heard about this before, but oil pulling with coconut oil can transform your dental health. Oil pulling may reduce the harmful bacteria in your mouth and decrease the risk of some health conditions, but no evidence it draws toxins from the bloods or whitens your teeth. Oil pulling is the ancient Indian folk remedy claimed to whiten your teeth, freshen your breath, and greatly improve your oral health. Use coconut oil for oil pulling is becoming increasingly popular. I had friends who swore by it. Many people swear by this remedy. Many say it also improves their health in other ways. How do you do it? What is oil pulling? How does it work? That's what I want to know. Involves swishing oil around the mouth like a mouthwash. It has been used for thousands of years as an Indian folk remedy. The main benefit of oil pulling is that it reduces the amount of harmful bacteria in the mouth. There are hundreds of different types of bacteria. They can be friendly, others are not. The bacteria must creep out from your teeth, layer known as plaque. Having some of the plaque on your teeth is perfectly normal. If it gets out of hand, it can cause various problems, including bad breath, gum inflammation, gingivitis, cavities, gum disease. The way oil pulling works, when you swish oil around your mouth, the bacteria gets swept away and dissolved in the liquid oil. Oil pulling should work with almost any oil, but extra virgin coconut oil is a popular choice due to its pleasant taste. It also has a favorable fatty acid profile containing high amounts of lauric acid, which has antimicrobial properties. So it could be interesting. I quit after 5 days when it wasn't getting better, just worse. What? I tried oil pulling with 10 years with coconut oil. In 3 days, my entire mouth was raw and bleeding. I'm going to say that that's different from what I heard as a result of it, but okay. I'm sorry. I'm Paul Harvey. Good day. I used 5W20 for oil pulling, says Lab Glass. That could be a little hard, but, for smaller engine jobs, it's what you need. Like a prude girlfriend don't swallow. Oh, Fanatical Bucks fan.
Oh.
Also get some Lactobacillus salivarius. What the fuck is that? Rusty Grammar says oil pulling is great. I mean, I don't know. Hey, it isn't Wednesday. Why is she here? Howdy Digger in chat, says Atomic Ray.
Hi, Atomic. How you doing?
She wanted to hang out. And she's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. And I'm like, you want to be on the show today? And she's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. She was available.
Why not?
It's nice to have things to bounce somebody off of. If I have to go to the bathroom, there's somebody here. Never really needed to use that out, but if I have it. And I'll be honest, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Dead fucking tired this morning while I did Aaron's show. I took almost an hour-long nap after the show. Got up to do this one. It's going to be a little rough, but it goes faster when Digger's here. It's faster when anybody's co-hosting with me. So I'm like, yeah, why not if she wants to do the show? No, you, Johnny. That shirt is throwing lesbian vibes. Oh, it's a Todd Ray saying she's me. Oh. I'm just going to go. Nobody wants me here. Everybody wants to hang out with the lady. I get it. She's prettier than me, and everybody wants to talk to the girly girl. Fine.
Here I was hoping we were going to make it an entire stream without someone bagging on the shirt that you're wearing.
I was hoping.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I would like to. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. Either I mentioned it yesterday and that's popping back up in my head, or I told this to you at one point and it's popping in my head. Oh, hold on. Oh no. Am I graying? I don't want to do that. It's because the hair. It's got to be the hair.
My
shorter.
God, you're so vain.
What? I haven't dyed it. I'm saying,
good Lord,
like
gray hair.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, wait a minute, is this because it's shorter and the way I got it cut, or because it's just like right there, it's short? Like, no. Anyhow, but yeah, people love ripping on me for the shirts thing, and people are like, I like it when you dress better. Like, okay, fine, but people be like, oh, you look like a Home Depot manager or whatever. I have noticed in like Walmart, Home Depot, fast food joints, just about every like business that sees people regularly, especially in the service industry, they don't wear fucking button-up shirts. Like I'm doing a level here. And they're not representing it properly when they say things like that. Like when, oh, you look like a Quick Trip manager. Like, oh, go fuck yourself. To be clear.
Well, no,
all right, never mind. Fuck me.
Don't wear a blue shirt.
Danger Bear Wolf Turtle.
Then you're gonna look just like the drugstore people over here.
Fair enough. People be like, and then the laughy face. I mean, yeah, people be like, dude, you look. L. salivarius is a strain that supports both tooth and gum health. Thank you. Thank you, Fanatical Bucks fan.
Thank you, Fanatical Bucks.
Mr. Q, you look good, but your other shirt, until I made you look younger, this one makes you look a little older.
Okay. Your other shirt makes you look a bit younger.
What other shirt? I've worn a few.
Well,
does he mean the brown one or the maroonish one I was wearing last, I think? What shirt did I wear last? Because yesterday I was in a t-shirt. I just got back. I didn't have time to get
I
dressed.
liked the dark one. The dark shirt that's buttoned down that you have.
Clip it. Anyway. She's a child of Satan. I like the dark one. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways. Let's do 23andMe. Let's cover this quick.
Okay.
You
don't worry, kids.
phrasing warning. You turned me on to this story and giggity. And I got such a boner for it. So if you guys missed talking about it yesterday, 23andMe is selling their business. They have been bankrupt and insolvent for like the last 5 years at least. And they are filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which filed on Sunday, and said it would pursue a sale after years of struggling to find a sustainable business model. That means the company and the genetic information of its 15 million customers would likely soon be up for grabs to the highest bidder. But there is a way to apparently delete your information. At least while the company goes through the sales process, it says it won't change how it manages or protects customer data. And 23andMe board chair Mark Jensen said in a statement that data privacy will be an important consideration in any potential transaction, but a new owner could still mean big changes in how user data is handled and what it's used for. The health insurance companies that are interested in this data, there's life insurance companies that are interested in this data. And Attorney General Rob Bonta issued a consumer alert on Friday urging users of the site to consider deleting their accounts. On Monday, New York Attorney General Letitia James also issued an alert encouraging consumers to take action to safeguard their data amid 23andMe's bankruptcy proceedings. So their privacy policy will be null and void. All right, so how to delete the data? To delete data from 23andMe, customers should log into their account and navigate to the settings section of their profile. At the bottom of the page, click 23andMe, then click View. Users can download their genetic data for their own personal use before scrolling to the Delete Data section, clicking Permanently Delete Data. If customers previously opted to have their saliva sample retained by 23andMe, they can also request that it be discarded under their account settings page. I just don't trust that they do.
There you go. Well, I don't trust that they do either, but
I feel like you click delete the data and it just goes to like the private, like super duper private server that's not available to like be hacked, like the air gapped server. It's like, it gets downloaded to this, and then once a month, someone loads all those to a thumb drive, sticks those, or once a week or whatever, and sticks that on the private server. Downloads the files there where they can't be touched, and then they get rid of them. Because it's like, if you don't have to handle the thank you, voice crack. Enjoyed that one, did you? You don't have to
I enjoy your reaction to it more.
It's like it's like I swallowed a duck, and the fucker just starts quacking halfway through a sentence. Delete it. That's a pile of camel shit. Whoa, Atomic Ray. That's very not. I mean, I'm not saying you're right or wrong, Atomic Ray. I'm just saying that's not really on the same track that we're on. So, Johnny, I bought my wife a new laptop, and now even with it plugged in, it won't power up. Are you able to look at it? What the fuck makes you
work
think
at Radio Shack?
No, I don't. Again, shirt, tie, dressed nicely. Like, a manager of Radio Shack is unemployed, okay? So he's homeless on the street, talking to an invisible dog, bottling his own feces just to get high. And that's all very sad and fucked up.
That's kind of specific, too.
You don't know about that?
I know about people getting high off their own feces, yes, but it was oddly specific, the Radio Shack dude that...
Well, no, it was a series of events.
Like he'd lived the life or something.
Well, in a way, like I played it out like a simulation in my head. Like, okay, so you work at a Radio Shack. You don't have a lot going on in your life because you work at a Radio Shack. So it's like late, mid to late 90s when the Radio Shack dream just struggled, and finally died. So it's got to be like, we're coming up just on the 2000s when what does life do with you? I mean, you can't go to Best Buy. That's out. So you were a Radio Shack guy. Now there's no Radio Shack. So you're homeless. You're on the street. You're going to live there for a while. And if you're living on the street homeless now from when you were a Radio Shack manager, you're more than likely a homeless bum who does anything, catch a fix. And I just figured what's the cheapest and easiest way if you were a homeless person? Use the thing you're making to make a high, I guess. That's how that whole train of thought went.
Okay.
It's not any better that I explained it. So, fuck you. Danger Bear.
Applebee manager shirt.
Bird collector. Wait, what? Johnny has started an IT company. Sweet. No, he did not. He did not start an IT company. He's just trying to look nice for you schlubs. Put a little effort. You know what else I did that I didn't do this morning? I put in my contacts. I shaved. It's groomed. It's trimmed.
Wow.
Yeah, right? See, it's not just like, oh, I got a beard. Like, I put some time into this shit. The hair is styled.
It's a little graying, but it's styled.
Yes, it's a little gray, but it's styled. All right. No, seriously, like I can notice it when I look. Like it's like it's the lighting. It's got to be the lighting.
It's the lighting.
It's the lighting, and the back of my hair is getting all fucked up because I keep bumping into the pillow in the chair, so I can't keep tipping forward to look because then I just look like alfalfa with like a sprig just popping out. Johnny has got a butt of button-down shirts.
It must be a lot of button-down shirts. That's what I'm thinking.
All I can see in Johnny's shirt is I eat pussy. I mean, I do when it's available. And yes, Mr. Beat, I do have a lot of button-down shirts. Yankum Users Unite. No, dude, it's one of the gross poignant pachyderm. That was, I think it was even on this show, one of the grossest things I ever learned. All right? That is
What?
Yankum. We were just talking about it a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call it when they make like inhalants out of their own.
Oh, I didn't know what they were.
Oh,
what they
it's got
called
a
it.
name.
Yeah, I didn't. I had seen a thing on it. I thought it
Vanilla
was
extract, dirt cookies, fucking Yankum, Chinese gutter oil. The number of things that people use to either get high or eat that I have learned about on this show. Disgusting. The vanilla one's still the worst to me. Wait, what? No, we didn't start an IT company. Johnny looks like a Five Guys manager. No, I don't. A Five Guys manager is wearing a goddamn fucking business-provided polo. They are not wearing a shirt and tie. When is the last time you went to Five Guys? When he needed the money. All right. Suspicious connection blocked. Well, quit bragging. You did your job.
Danger Bear Wolf Turtle is wanting to know if you're still on for the 7:00 meeting to sell him life insurance via the Zoom.
No. Revenge of the Nerds. Johnny is in the remake. No and no. It's good to own and wear button-down shirts, but do you own any that don't scream lower management? What's a button-down shirt that doesn't scream lower management? What do I have to wear, like a flat shirt with a tie? I only have the black, the brown, the gray. I have a really nice white one somewhere, but it's part of the three-piece suit I have that I don't fit into anymore, so I don't wear that one. And that one doesn't have button collars. That one's got cufflink collars, so I can't wear that one because I have to have my cufflinks for that shirt. So I don't wear that one. Because then people are like, ooh, the cufflinks. Like, what am I going to do? Mr. Cute, do you think Vince McMahon was into huffing Yankum? No, Vince McMahon had money to get real drugs, and he probably wouldn't have the time to wait for his feces to ferment. Scream, the teacher sent me here for sniffing glue. Do I get detention?
No, you get another bottle of glue.
Uh-oh. Solid colors only for upper management, says what?
She's not wrong.
You're not helping. Like, I'm gonna have to go out. I'm gonna have to go out and get like really nice shirts to start wearing. Just like, there, is that good enough? They're like, I don't know. You don't really need us to donate to the goal. Look at your fucking wardrobe, asshole. Although I suppose I'm thinking of ordering a new chair, because like, you know, I need to put in some deductions. So maybe get a new desk
Do you
chair.
have a
maybe
trench coat? Just as an aside.
Why?
So you're gonna need one when you go out, says Mr. Beat.
Why am I going to need a trench coat?
I'm not sure. I was really hoping you'd understand the joke.
I don't. You need a trench coat for when you go out. I usually wear vests and like sport coats. I hear gorillas can shit diamond cufflinks. Have you checked there, Johnny? No.
Hey, my goodness, Atomic Ray, you just came up with the new
No, he did not.
Awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
No. Wild Saffron says only peacock around the office in plaid and checks. Dude, I just had. Fuck you.
We definitely know he's the peacock.
What's that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean?
You're so. I've met. You have an awful lot of selfie photos for, you know. You really appreciate your own looks.
What? Excuse me? I'm sorry. I just people like.
I mean, just in comparison to myself, I've got no pictures of myself. Like the one that is my avatar, my neighbor took the picture for me a couple summers ago because I needed a picture of myself. I have no pictures. You have a lot of pictures of yourself.
Well, by comparison,
I mean, yes.
yeah, you're starting with 0. It's not easy to blow that number out of the water. It's not like I'm loading a selfie. It's not like I'm taking a selfie a day. Johnny takes duck lip selfies. No, I do not. No. Soundboard, don't you fucking start now. No, I don't. I don't take. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle saying can't take a selfie. Yeah, dude. You want to shame me because you don't want to take selfies? It's not my fault.
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I have a lot of them.
All right, let me just hold on a second. Fucking critical Nancy over here. I gotta go get to this. Bud Britch is on the Rumble chat saying with $5, and again, thank you for that support. Saying, boss, I'm concerned that you may be spreading yourself too thin with all the different business ventures. We need you 100% here in the meat market. There's no meat market. There is no meat market. 100% where? I can't be there 100% of the time because there's no meat market, all right? And I was never, the meat market thing wasn't even like it was my bit. It was somebody else's. The reason it's flown so long is because someone gave it gas.
Gorillas are lonely. He needs to
No, they're not. There's no gorillas. There's no gorilla. There's no.
Poor
Fuck
Landers.
you.
We haven't seen him in
Fuck
that
you.
for ages
I mean, to
because he's
accuse
working day
me,
and night
to
milking.
accuse me of these
Poor
businesses, that is one thing. It is one thing to say, the guy owns a gorilla milking farm. I mean, joke, sure, funny, yes. But then to say, oh, no, top milker of the team, old fucking CEO johnny-krutches there, grabbing gorillas 2 dicks at a time. Like, no, that's not happening. Okay.
You're the one who realized that the money that could be made. Out
No,
of
I'm not.
Milking.
It was never my thing. This was all your guys' bit. You just forcibly made it my supposed business in your imaginations. And now you think that not only was I creating this business, but I jerked it to success 1 pump at a time. And none of that is true.
I thought so.
None of that is true.
That was my misunderstanding. I could have sworn. Why do they
Monkey
call
blood
it
diamond.
Johnny's?
Fuck you, Mr. Q. The meat market doesn't give you gas. What the fuck are you talking about? Canadians are superstitious about cameras. They believe one will turn into maple syrup if their image is captured.
Maybe.
So there's a joke about licking you in there somewhere, but I can't figure it out. I'm so fucking angry. All right. Johnny jerked it all right. What are you talking about, St. Caesar? I have no idea. All right. This was for something. Oh, Bud Britches, $5. Thank you again. Those $5 here and on Rumble and all those add up and help bank out. We had Rumble and YouTube buy out like the rest of next week. And we were down to like something yesterday. We're down to like $5 by the end of the show yesterday, and more than likely everything that comes through on Venmo or not Venmo on Twitch. Thank you, fucker. Everything that comes through on Twitch is more than likely going to pop that out. So thank you, everybody, and we'll be on to the 1st of April by tomorrow, I believe. Tomorrow also another Digger Day. Are you going to be able to be here tomorrow? I mean, if you have to call in, it'll be understandable because it's not like you haven't done a day already.
I know. I'll have to call in sick to the boss. Tell him I've been hanging out with this dude. Keeps making me come on stream on my days off.
Well,
no, I will definitely be here tomorrow. Yes.
I didn't know you were doing that all the time.
You're waiting
but thank
for an
you.
answer. Of course, I'm gonna.
Glad I could help. You guys heard it. I'm not good. All right. Anyways, I tried to keep it all running, boss man, but by the end of last week, all the dock workers were doing lines and playing Russian roulette in the boiler room. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, Smuggle Prods. I hope you play good, soothing music for the gorillas and the milkers. There's no gorillas. There's no milkers. These things are not real. Before I forget, Bud Britches, thank you, supporting the show. Wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, I meant not the rim shot. This. All right.
Yay!
All right, there we go. Thank you for supporting the show. Jesus Christ. That one got a little rough. I'm going to be honest. Oh, boy. Right in the...
Okay.
Yeah, right in the hooter. Right in the hooter. All right. Right in the hooter. Okay, so let's talk about this one. We did the oil pulling thing. So I think we have to, so we should, do we have an actual video for this or? All right. So I think they actually show a lot of it in this. This is a clip of the Joe Rogan podcast. This was put up like a couple of days ago.
Talking of
so let's go over here.
Would you be able to pull me off screen so I too can celebrate Bud Britches?
All right. Sure thing. Sure thing. Let me get the where are we at? Boop 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 boop.
Here's Bud.
You know, also
I could always just turn my camera off.
You could
right?
do it that way too.
Just do that. Yeah.
And let's see.
I could. Then you couldn't watch me as I'm wandering around.
As you're fucking rolling around
the apartment or doing a dab. You know?
No, that's fine. I'll keep my own weird, because it's not strange at all. I'll keep my own weird little view here, where like no matter where you go or what you do, I can just I can just see. Is your phone ringing? I'm hearing that it sounds like a ringer. Is that it sounds like a if it had a color, it'd be red. What is? All right.
I'm suddenly getting scared. Okay, I shut up.
Guys, I can't control her. I don't know what you want from me. Anyways, so
Sorry.
I didn't know this about the pyramids, but apparently there's more mysteries abound with the pyramids. The claims are rather grandiose. This is 6 minutes, so I imagine they talk about all of it in this on Joe Rogan's thing. So we'll go to this video, we'll play this, and if they don't cover everything, we'll go over the other information we have. But there's supposedly giant cylindrical structures with what appear to be like spiraling parts to them under the pyramids. So the theory is that these are like stairs or something. Or they like, because honestly,
it depends on who you're talking to.
Because honestly, like I've seen the pictures, and we'll get to this in a second. Weird, by the way, the previous Joe Rogan interview with Cat Williams said it was an energy source.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be interesting.
I
will say this.
It
is. You know what's really really weird about all this? The fucking pyramids themselves being on top of them. These things look like balance pillars. Like for leveling something out. Because if you needed to change it or askew it, you raise or lower the pillars. They're along. If there's enough of them in a given area, you can fucking do a little song and dance. You could do a little jig. You can do a little dance. You can shake your little pants. You can have yourself a Merry Christmas. Here, let me pull my camera off.
Make love tonight.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Everybody. Anyway, so yeah, no. See, like the pillars, the way they have this, like again, the theory, the working theory from what I read appear to be vertical shafts, vertically aligned cylindrical structures arranged into parallel rows from north to south.
Pyramids. Dude, this new pyramid shit that's just come out?
Oh, this is insane. Yeah, I was going to send this to you as well, Jamie. I'll send you one of the most comprehensive breakdowns of it on X because it's quite stunning. So apparently, through the use of LiDAR, they have discovered that there are enormous structures underneath the Great Pyramid that go kilometers deep into the earth with coils. So enormous pillars, and then these coils. They don't understand what it is because they're just looking at LiDAR images. But whatever this is a uniform structure.
He said something about it being like our power plants nowadays. Apparently, there are pyramids in China that are far bigger than the pyramids in Egypt, but they keep them hidden from the public. Part of that is true. I know there is supposedly a Chinese pyramid that they are keeping hidden from the public. I've heard that before for sure. I know that there was supposedly a discovery of some pyramid structure like somewhere in some part of the country that's like way older than any other pyramid, but I can't remember where I was reading about that. But I know I've heard the China thing too, the White Pyramid. Atomic Ray gifting me a subscription. Weird.
Aww.
Thank you.
Rusty was just gifted the membership.
Oh, it was to Rusty. Thank you, Atomic Ray. So they are revealing the failure of electric vehicles. Nothing new, says Atomic Ray. Revealing the failure. I don't know. The alignment of those pyramids. Also, don't forget the alignment of those pyramids. What's the alignment?
Yeah, there's pyramids in North America. There's pyramids in Antarctica. There's pyramids all over the world.
Poignant Packeter. Listening to Joe Rogan speculate about space aliens is slightly more tolerable than his stand-up. I would say you haven't been watching his stand-up if that's your opinion, because his stand-up is pretty much him speculating about space aliens. It's just, again, and you could say whatever you want. I haven't seen a Joe Rogan stand-up that I didn't enjoy watching the time that I watched it, but I also will say I don't know the last one I watched. So take that as you will. Anyhow, let's go to this. Joe looks like he's actually lost weight. He's looking a little skinnier in this.
There's several pillars, and all of this is like very, very, very weird.
Yeah, 600 meters.
P. Jefferson, yeah, I have seen Alien versus Predator too. Right? Alien versus Predator is the pyramid under the ice. I think that's what your satellites detected. The enormous heat bloom. It's a power plant for the structure waking up, preparing. I fucking love that movie, by the way. Dude, the first Alien versus Predator, badass. I liked it. Good movie. Good movie. There were a few problems, few points that I might nitpick as a hardcore Predator and Alien fan, but good film. The second one, who the fuck was in charge of the cinematography on the second film? That whole movie is so goddamn dark, you might as well watch a black screen. You might as well just watch a black screen and picture it. No. We got a lady in the military to really kind of emulate the Ripley vibes from the early Alien movies, right? But what does she look like? Oh, fuck, if you could tell, everything's pitch black. It's fucking horrible. The second movie sucks so much massive dick. The worst part is the second movie is when he makes the cool pistol. The Predator pistol. I don't even know if that's like fitting with lore, but goddamn if I don't love it. God, I love that. Because all right, so are you ready to come back on screen, or are you still doing your thing? All right.
No, I'm just...
So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the second Alien versus Predator movie, they're dealing with a Preda-alien. Now, for those of you who have lives, unlike me, a Preda-alien is what happens when a predator gets impregnated with an alien. Now, the predators apparently have the ability to overcome the impregnation and like stop it in its tracks and all that stuff if they deal with it quick enough. But this one doesn't. And the other predators from the first movie pick him up, and he spawns the predator alien. It busts out of his chest, and it runs amok. So this alien that is running around causing trouble is like a quality, like top tier trophy. And for those,
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
I'm here too.
Bud Bridge is subscribing with Prime on Twitch. Thank you so much, Bud Bridges. Those memberships and subscriptions help keep all this shit rolling. I appreciate that very much. Going to give a little cowbell to our buddy Bud Bridges. Thank you so much for helping out the program. Bud Bridges, cowbell coming in. Hey-o. There we go. So the Predator alien, like, you know how I'm a big monster hunter. I'm going to pull you back up on screen, so just so we're clear, unless you're, all right, there we go. So you know how I like playing Monster Hunter? I've done that a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much all the Predators are, just giant fucking monster hunters. And so the ultimate monster is the Predator alien, so he goes to get the Predator alien. He gets all of his equipment fucked up, so he takes a bunch of pieces of broken equipment and just kind of mashes it together and makes like a fucking, like, charge-up shot. Like, every shot it has to charge or whatever. But it's like a sawed-off shotgun, like a Predator sawed-off. It was pretty... Honestly, it's pretty badass.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking cool. I'll be honest. I'll be like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Anyways, so yeah, and they used that, I think, in the Predator movie, the most recent Predator movie that came out. Let's see. Yeah, because there's a couple.
There is. I haven't watched them.
Dude, I'm gonna say some of the newest ones are actually really good. Well, first of all, the most recent, like, Predator movie that they made had a whole bunch of, like, mentally damaged vets.
Oh.
Thank you for the tinfoil hat. But yeah, they had mentally damaged vets. So you have Keegan-Michael Key, Thomas Jane. God, I know the other actors, but their names are escaping me. You have a bunch of, like reasonably decent actors to play like the side cast of expendable army guys, like the first Predator movie.
Okay, yeah.
So, and it centers around a kid who's able to like crack their language. The movie's really, really campy and the ending kind of sucks, but the gist of it was actually really good. And for what we see of the soldiers, it was actually pretty decent. And then the other one that was really good was one that centers around a Native American chick, like way back before like the settlement of America. Oh. So she has to deal with a fucking space alien predator, and she does. And the way she takes him out actually was fucking ingenious. But yeah, dude, it's brilliant. I actually kind of like that one. Bring the die Comet. I don't know what it out there. Past them trees. Out there. Past them trees. I got a score to settle. We both got scores to settle. I ain't got time to bleed. I can quote that whole goddamn movie. I may or may not have all the Predator movies on DVD. And the Alien Anthology Collection, because I have all the movies, even though I think Alien 4 fucking sucks massive donkey dick, but yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. All right, anyways, let's go back. The pyramids. We were talking about the pyramids, and I got distracted with aliens and predators and shit. We have 2 hours left in the program. I'm sorry I'm a cunt. We'll play this clip.
Descending down those cylinders, and then there's more stuff below it, and then there's additional structures inside of it. Yeah, that was crazy.
It's really crazy. There's a guy, Jay Anderson, and he did a breakdown of it. Maybe this would be good. We could play this. It makes a little more sense.
Dude, are you drunk?
Someone's explaining it to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we need somebody that's an expert here, not me and you.
Zawi Hawass, by the way, has said it's nonsense.
Ooh, what's his...
Already?
Yes. According to Graham Hancock. This is the wonderful thing about having Graham Hancock.
I texted Graham.
I'm going to have to see about getting one of them, like, ultimate things. This thing, I'm worrying about it. I'm seeing a little, I broke my fucking mic this morning,
The one that I've been using this whole time busted because this cable is loose or something. Maybe if I pulled the plate off and soldered it or whatever, wherever it's shorting out. But at least for now, that sure is out. So I had to throw this one on here. And, yeah, was very happy that happened. But this arm is loose and stuff, and I worry, and I like that. I like the position straight up, and you can just...
Yesterday, I was like, "Yo, what's going on with that?"
Bird Collector, yes, I'm a movie nerd. I am a movie nerd with very, very specific sci-fi focused fucking movies. Okay, I'm a movie nerd. I like a lot of movies. You know what's a really great movie? All of them. Actually, I will be honest. I'm trying to think of what would I really like put your finger on it. That's because Pool Hall Junkies is like my all-time favorite movie. But Pool Hall Junkies isn't a sci-fi, and I'm big on sci-fi. So then it's like, but I also really like those. That's a problem. You know what isn't a good movie? Don't. And someone got me to watch it recently, and I went, yeah, nope, still not a good movie. Starship Troopers. I'm kidding.
It's such a bad movie. It's good. Anyone who's read the book knows that the movie is not at all correct.
Sam B saying, so it's full-time Digger 420. I apologize for interrupting you. It's full-time Digger 420 now. I hope she's getting a taste of the donations. Something I want to make sure I address this. I've tried to throw the money at her. She's getting paid exactly as much as she's letting me, firstly. Secondly, it's not full-time. It's just we were talking, and I was like, I'm going to do a show if you want to hang out. And she said, yeah, and that's the thing.
I'm avoiding going out in public because it's raining and miserable out. So I figured I'd come and hang out today, too. If you don't want me to come and hang out, I can not, you know.
Wild Saffron. No, I love having you here. Digger, I have a movie for you, but guaranteed Johnny wouldn't ever see Adrift based on a true story.
That sounds familiar. Let me see. Oops. Drift.
Mr. Q saying Meth Gator movie is better than Cocaine Bear. I haven't seen either. Tim Walls is my dad. He touched me inappropriately, says Hobo Chili Recipe. That is a very damning accusation, sir. You better be careful. Yeah, Starship Troopers is bad in such a good way.
Yes.
The book is indeed entirely different. See, I know nothing about the book. This is one thing that I have found usually tends to be better overall. Like, I don't disagree with taking books or comic books or anything and making them into movies. But I'm always like, but you got to honor the source material, because then anybody that comes from the original side can't enjoy the new one. Versus anyone who enjoys the new movie thing can't then like go, oh, I want to go dive into and immerse myself in the literature. Because some people, and I'm hoping I'm not just talking about myself, will go between both. Like, if I find a video game or a movie that I really, really like, I start learning more about the lore in the world. Like, all right, I know I'm kind of one track record with this, but World of Warcraft. The more I played the game, the more I learned about the world before I got involved and all that stuff. And the movie sucked so much balls that I don't even like watching it. I unfortunately own it, but I don't like watching it, because they mess up so much awesome shit for quick payoff, because the movies just don't have the patience. They're like, oh, we're going to build a franchise of movies out of Warcraft, but we don't have the faith that that'll work, so we want to get all the really cool parts in right now. And it's like, yeah, but you can't. You have to wait for things to develop. That's why they're as cool as they are, because they develop. And then you shit on the whole thing. And what was the other book series someone got me to read? Ready Player One. That's the one. Ready Player One. Someone got me to read the book Ready Player One, and I did. And I loved it. I loved the book Ready Player One. I watched the movie, and I wanted to kill something, because that movie is a travesty compared to the way the book started. And the worst part about that travesty, the movie is a travesty because it doesn't honor the source material. The source material is literally written about a character in a virtual game world, and the person who built the virtual game world is a giant 80s movie nerd who loves a lot of Steven Spielberg movies. Would you like to guess who the director of the fucking Ready Player One movie was?
I don't know. Spielberg, maybe?
Yeah, it was Steven Spielberg. Guess who decided to cut out all the homages to Steven Spielberg that people loved about the book? Steven frickin' Spielberg!
Oh, he took himself out?
Right, he didn't like it. He didn't like the idea.
Oh.
And it's like, dude, too fucking bad for you. You made Back to the Future, you made E.T., you made A, B, Z, X, Y, D, Indiana Jones Can See Me Naked on Thursdays. But I mean, like, you made all of those things. You can't then put that out there and then literally be in charge of or join. That's when you have to say, look, I'm too close to this. I can't make this movie. I am too close to this. The dude literally wrote the what is it? Because the protagonist is the lead character. So I don't know what you would call like the ghost of Christmas past. That is the guy that invented the world. Do you know the story of Ready Player One? Have you read the books or seen the movie?
No idea.
All right,
Nope,
brief version. Guy invents virtual internet pretty much, where everything can happen, anything can happen. You can hang out with all your friends. You go to school there. The world exists in this virtual space. He invented it. Okay. He built it. He is the Bill Gates of this new digital era. But he's, again, an 80s kid. And he has worked the 80s kid shit, classic video games, classic movies from the 80s. It's literally a movie and a book built for people like you and me to read it and go, dude, that's my fucking childhood right there, motherfucker. Like, that's what this book is, ultimately. Yeah. But, so he did all of that. He made this character who did all of that. And that character dies, and everyone's like, what happens to the company? Who owns, the virtual net thing? Like, who owns that? And when he dies, he puts up, there's an Easter egg that's buried in the internet, that's buried in the virtual net thing. And if you get that prize, it's all yours. The money, the business, pretty much the world. And so various people are hunting for this egg, and I think they become known as egg hunters, if I'm not mistaken. And so they're hunting for this Easter egg. It involves finding challenges, and again, it's tied into all this nerdy shit, but we touch on a lot of it, but we can't touch on the best part because he doesn't like it. Oh, I don't like if we show this, it's too much of an homage to me for this, and this and that. So it's one of these things where if you never ever read the book, Ready Player One, that's a pretty good movie. It's an interesting story. If you read the book, you know where they put in their stupid narrative bullshit. You know where they put in their stupid crap and like where they added parts, and you're like, there's no reason for that, and it ruins the experience. Hobo chili recipe. Who's the ginger? What do you mean, in Ready Player One? The chick? I don't remember. But yeah, that's another one. That's just the chick. Fucking Saint Laurent. Oh my God, Johnny, you're blowing it, bro. Perfect opportunity to ask her out for a movie night date. Yeah, that would be something. That'd be something.
Rather than just tell me about it, you should just ask me to.
Right? We should just hang out and watch a movie. It's something we've never done. We've never spent an inordinate amount of time offline. Going through what I would call a fucking ridiculous amount of hoops to watch a show together.
Share a movie.
Strippers got me banned. Dude, spoiler alert, right? You haven't seen it yet like you're going to. Johnny, not going to lie, I love your Wreck-It Ralph. I love Wreck-It Ralph for nostalgic. Dude, I love Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph was a great movie. Wreck-It Ralph was fucking awesome. I didn't see the sequel, but they made a sequel, didn't they? I don't know. But Wreck-It Ralph, dude, Wreck-It Ralph was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, Wreck-It Ralph was awesome. I haven't seen the Sonic movies. I have no idea if they're any good.
Yeah, either.
But oh Jesus, I got to read this from Wild Saffron, and then I have to say thank you to Lab Glass, and I'll read his comment too. Wild Saffron saying, did you hear about the explosion at the French cheese factory? There was debris everywhere. Some of you might be like, is your board broken? No, I was just frustrated. It's taking out my anger. BJ with $5. Did you, for Starship Troopers, he said that Doogie Howser was touching his head and saying, it's a... Okay, so did you know Melton got a movie credit for Starship Troopers? He said that Doogie Howser was touching his head and saying, it's afraid, was amazing. He's saying he's the brain bug. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, I get it.
Ironically enough, I don't give two shits about Melton, but thank you for the $5. Ironically enough, he brought that up. The brain bug still bothers me. Realized that when we watched the movie. I can't stand watching the brain bug in action. Like, I know that it's a movie. I know it's not real. But something about just getting stabbed in the skull and the bug sucking your fucking... your head meat out, and it's just, no.
That's what does it to you?
Yeah, it fucking bothers me. Sonic movies are okay. Kids like them. I didn't because I don't like Jim Carrey that much, but Sonic is my favorite, says King Kong. Here's the thing with Sonic for me. I grew up with some of the cartoons. I grew up loving the games. I really love Knuckles, and I heard they got Idris Elba to play him, so I'm curious how that worked out. And then I heard they got Keanu Reeves to do Shadow for the third movie. So I'm like, it might be worth giving it a look. Could be fun. I haven't seen any of them. Yeah, part 2 was decent, says St. Aaron. I never saw Wreck-It Ralph part 2. But I will say the first movie's fucking awesome. Just like Hoodwinked. Hoodwinked's a great movie. Let's go. Trust the Science, says Labglass. Oh, that's right. I have to report this. MS is cured with butt play, according to Labglass. No, it isn't. No, it is not. It is not cured with butt play. Besides, didn't someone just say that the study reveals it's a parasite? I wish Aaron was in Starship Troopers, the guy that got the judgment by the federal court. Guilty. Why? There's no need for that. You could have, he didn't even have to be the guy in the federal court. Be like, I wish Aaron was in Starship Troopers. He could have been Extra 32 in Buenos Aires, the one that was under the rubble. Like, oh, that's rough. Like, it's still just, wow. I don't trust the science. I trust my government, said no one ever, said Lowe's Federal Eyes. T. Jefferson quoting the movie, bite down on this, son. It helps. I know.
I remember that bit.
Right? I remember that bit. That line never, thank you, fucking voice crack. That line never leaves me. Like, that's my, there are a couple of quotes from Starship Troopers of, come on, you apes, you want to live forever. War, we're going to war. It's afraid, from the end of the movie. Kill them all. That one. And then of course, bite down on this, son. It helps. I know. It's the weird, like, half whispered, like, because he's trying to be a drill sergeant, and so he's the whole time like, yeah, left, right, left. So he's got that kind of character he's maintaining the whole time. So it's just like, so he's giving him, he still has to be a macho, I guess. So just bite down on this, son. It helps. I know. And it's just like, dude, whatever. Wild Saffron saying, trust the butt science. No, there's no butt science that proves MS is cured with butt play. But thank you, Hobo Chili Recipe. Thank you, BJ and Labglass. I appreciate all three of you sending that in. That helped keep the show. Idris Elba is Knuckles killed, says King Kong. I hope you're right. Put your hand on that wall. That's not one that I think to quote, but that is a really good line. Where it's just like, sir, what you gotta do in a nuke fight? All you gotta do is push a button. The enemy cannot push a button if you disable his hand. Medic! I love that. I love that they're just calling for medic constantly. And this is the thing, like, I'm not saying that you don't have a good book and you don't have a good story in the written form. I'm just saying that by not knowing the written form at all, I get to just enjoy it for what it is and move on. I'm still waiting on my case of Starship Trooper bug steaks and my angler fish fillets. From who? I don't have any meat. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking around to see if I can find someone that does like 2-order beef jerky sales. Just to see, because if I can lock something like that, and then I'll turn this bit into literally like, you guys aren't buying the fucking meat. Like, that's what this has become. You guys literally have thrown this business shit at me where I'm like, how can I figure out a way where someone who's already making this stuff just lets me sell some of it
Need
under
to
my
find
name?
a drop ship
Right?
jerky company.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a fly-by-night parachute dropship jerky company, and then we'll get that out there. Like, I'll just start linking all this shit into the store. That's how I'm going to stop this crap. You guys are like, oh, bro, I'm going to find a way to sell it. I'll be like, oh, here it is. Here's your fucking jerky meat. And then all the people are like, oh, the jerky sales. Oh, the meat market's doing it. No, it isn't. We haven't made any jerky sales, motherfucker. Medic. I fucking love that movie. All right. We just
we're gonna
killed.
force you into starting these companies just to fuck with
believe
us.
this. I can't. Yeah. Well, yeah, totally. I am. We've killed like an hour. We've had the same fucking clip on the screen the whole time almost. We've pretty much killed an hour just hanging out talking with you guys, the chat. We haven't gotten going to the pyramid clip, so let's rewind it a bit and get back to it. All right, so they're talking about the pyramids, the structures the LiDAR radar has supposedly found. Now, I will say this. I've seen the LiDAR images. I don't mean to brag, but I have. They're fucking grainy and foggy as hell. So a computer taking those readings and telling us that these structures exist, I take that with a grain of sand. All right, let's see how it goes. Johnny put his special jerk sauce on the jerky. No, he does not. No, he does not. Johnny doesn't touch the meat. He just sells it. Carpet bagging motherfucker.
Enormous pillars, and then these coils. They don't understand what it is because they're just looking at LiDAR images. But whatever this is a uniform structure. There's several pillars, and all of this is like very, very, very weird.
Yeah, 600 meters descending down those cylinders, and then there's more stuff below it.
Yeah,
and there's
why?
additional structures inside of it. Yeah, that was crazy.
It's really crazy. There's a guy, Jay Anderson, and he did a breakdown of it. Maybe this would be...
I didn't understand. I didn't think you understand how LiDAR works, Johnny. No, we did a thing about LiDAR recently on the show. So, I mean, like, I do. But... because we were talking about LiDAR versus the Tesla the other day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we should all. You guys, we studied for this, all right? This is why Teach has to throw in a pop quiz once in a while. Y'all paying attention to the LiDAR stuff? I thought we covered that chapter last week.
Be good. We could play this.
Yeah, give me a video, Joe.
More sense.
Because you seem like you're about to pass out.
Well,
It's
yeah,
weird.
I mean, we need somebody that's an expert here, not me and you.
Zawi Hawass, by the way, has said it's nonsense. So I don't know.
Already?
Yes. According to Graham Hancock. This is the wonderful thing about having Graham
I texted
Hancock's
Graham yesterday. I was like, yeah, what's going on with this?
Yeah, so click on that and go full screen, please.
How significant of a discovery this is.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Your camera. I gotta...
And geometry, so you know it's real.
You got to appreciate the dramatic intro.
Project
I'll take me off, too. Oh, dude, now they're...
been announced in relation
well,
to
screw
the
it.
pyramids at the Giza.
Well, we can bring you back because now it's
you're
them.
sitting in Joe Rogan's
I'm sitting in
studio.
Joe's spot. You're the guest. Ha! Now it's transformative because he's not even on it. We're covering up for him now.
Yeah.
The plateau, and the plateau itself is so incredible, so awe-inspiring and narrative shattering that I have been sitting here for the last hour trying to wrap my head around the implications of what we were just told. So this is pretty much breaking news because the new findings were announced on the 16th of March at a press conference held by the team who was studying the Great Pyramid of Giza with a non-invasive technology that was first developed by Filippo Bionde and Corrado Malanga called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography.
Fuck, that's a
This
mouthful.
was used to explore the internal structure of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And this method leverages the analysis of micro movements typically generated by background seismic activity to achieve a high resolution full 3D.
All right, I'm sorry. We are about halfway through this clip, and I think already we're talking about technology that's so new that I'm like, I don't know if we can trust what it did. Hancock Hobo Chili Recipe says, sounds delicious. Is it too soon to start growing my cucumbers from seed, Johnny? Why would you be asking me? I don't know. His lack of eye contact is bothering me. Oh, who, the guy on camera? Shut up, Limey.
The tomographic imagery of the pyramid's interior and subsurface components. The recent findings from deploying this technology are nothing short of mind-blowing, because what's been discovered is that there are huge structures coming down from the base of the pyramid deep into the bedrock. In fact, over 600 meters deep.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would these giant pillars be here with the space? And then this weird
then connects
gap
to structures that extend up to 2 kilometers below the surface of the ground. 2 kilometers. Massive internal structures connected to the base of the pyramid and extending deep, deep down. This is what we know so far.
So we can dig into this stuff? He's reading off a cue card like it's SNL. Didn't we fight 2 wars and not to listen the stupid nobility birth douchebag? I don't know that he was part of Nobility Hobo Chili Recipe. But no, we weren't fighting those wars to not listen to them. Wait a minute, are we talking about the World War? Wait a minute, I don't know what 2 wars. You're gonna have to be more specific. We fought a lot of them. Digger, did you see the structures as desperate attempts to satisfy a woman? Says Atomic Ray. Why would you get that impression? I mean that's
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
She needs all 6. She needs all 6 massive like that. I don't know if you know that, but that is one wide set vagina. Jesus. Jesus.
Pyramid? Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty large.
Smoga Prods. I trust him about as much as I would if he said the LiDAR found tremors like worm under the pyramids. I mean, Saint Ren saying it does. Theory is Egypt prior to Rome had electricity and layout as New York parks and ponds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that would explain some of it, but then I don't know. It's just
Well, if you want to extrapolate from there, right? If there are these same pyramids all over the world, and now we know that they're sitting on pillars or a foundation that has springs. So what, it's supposed to be able to withstand major earthquakes or what have you. I'm guessing. Why else would you have it on a foundation with springs? But if it's all over the world, they're meant to use to share electricity. I don't know. I think the potential for what's the word? For powering, for lack of a better term, the entire world off of these pyramids is not out of the realm of.
Someone mentioned also that aside from the structures, it's the alignment of the pyramids themselves. What is the significance there, if any?
I think that they're on shoot,
like a
not
fault
ley
line
lines. Longitude and latitude. I think because they're on the main. Gosh,
longitudinal
I smoked the wrong
axis.
dab. Honestly, I've lost lost all my words. Not ley lines. Ley lines are in my head, but those are the magical energy.
The magical fruit
ones.
is beans. The magical fruit is beans.
Yes.
All right, so Orion's belt, says Saint Aran. They're on Orion's belt.
Are they?
I don't know.
On Orion's belt. I didn't know they had anything to do with the stars of the world.
It's a movie reference. YouTube is censoring a lot of things. I wanted to say that this British guy. What are you gonna do? Twat waffles, all of them. All right, so I don't know if I trust the superstructure underneath the sand. I feel like if we've revealed it's there and these things are to be believed, then there should be a very simple way to make. Holy Christ! My KBS is all over the fucking place, like the whole show. Like a fucking.
Oh, it's been fine.
Yeah, no, it's been fine, but my KBS has been all over the place, like a kid with a fucking cardiac pacemaker standing next to a microwave.
Doesn't that usually screw up the stream, though?
If it doesn't, it hasn't dropped that low. Like the
okay.
low point it gets to is like 2,000. We have dips, but not enough.
Not enough to. Okay.
And you know what else we haven't had at any time today is the crackling. I think the crackling was the mic. I think my microphone was what was making the crackly noise.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ley lines make sense for pyramids to be nodes. Maybe I am second guessing myself when I should just go with what I'm thinking, because that's what I'm finding on the internet now.
Is ley lines?
The pyramids line up across the earth. Giza lies at the intersection of the world's lengthiest. Oh, great, yeah. And now it. Oh, for Pete's sakes.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
my internet's doing stupid stuff. I think it was ley lines. I think I'm second guessing myself when I shouldn't. I think they are lined up on ley lines. But it has something to do with powering the world. Free electricity for everyone.
Well, then I can tell you about two parties in this country that don't want that to be a thing. All right, let's see. Oh, dude. Okay, so we have your video clips that you wanted to do.
Yeah, you want to see another Canadian embarrass himself for a politician?
Damn it.
Or sell himself out for the politician?
It didn't. Took me to the Discord itself. All right, you know what? We'll do this. We'll do it through here. All right. It took me to the Discord on the internet, and I'll have to do it this way because it didn't. All right, so I have to do the, what is it? I don't know which one is close. I don't care right now. I'm busy. So we have to get this one over as soon as the ad is done. So you want to tell people what these videos I'm trying to put together here are about?
Sorry, I'm just catching up in chat. All right. Well, basically, does everyone remember Mike Myers? He did quite a bunch of movies, a lot of them funny. So I Married an Axe Murderer. It was one of my favorites. He blew up and he moved to America, and he's lived in America ever since. And for some reason, he decided to sell out and do a commercial with the installed, unelected de facto prime minister, Mark Carney. And it's awful. It's cringe.
Oh.
It's really uncomfortable. And what's worse is today they've released so-called, the setup is, we caught them talking privately and recorded them speaking privately, and this is how they really feel. But it was all a setup. You can tell it's horrible.
Yeah, it's proven.
And if I
It's
had to watch
documented.
it, you have to too.
It's Johnny's tie is what? Johnny's tie is as straight as the. Oh, thank you, Optic Nerve. Getty's saying it's not. Saying it's not straight.
Oh, it's so an op. Thank you. Yes.
Was Married with Zach Efron's best film. I don't know if I agree with that Hobo Chili recipe, but everyone's allowed their opinion. Johnny looks weirdly focused on your boobs right now. Actually, no, I was loading up the 2 stories that she was just telling you about. So if you'd spent more time listening, less time ridiculing. Just putting that out there. Let you do what you want with it. Wayne is a sellout. It sounds like protect democracy, back unelected officials.
I appreciate that I'm not the only one who thinks I Married an Axe Murderer was his best.
Yeah,
I really did. Have you ever seen it?
I've seen it, but it's been a while. So it didn't
really,
didn't cement
really
like a
enjoyed
lot
that
of
one.
movies do. So I mean, I'm sure if I started watching it, it'd all like start pouring back, but it'd take a minute, I gotta start it up again. All right, let's go here. This is the first one, the one you said to move in 14 seconds for, so let's unmute.
Yeah, so I don't need to watch.
Yeah. Well, I realized that the minute it started, I'm like, oh, this is a lot of stuff.
Mr. Prime Minister, Mike Myers, what are you doing here? I just thought I'd come up and check on things.
You're right. He did dye his hair. He looks like the bird I taxidermied that had too much of the blood remover shit on the feathers, and it just yeah, that's
that's not naturally white hair.
You live in the States. Yeah, but I'll always be Canadian. But
no, you won't. Traitor. You're a traitor to your kind. You're not even American. Fucking Canuck.
He's a sellout now, that's for sure.
Sell out now. Sell out yesterday. Sell out forever.
you live in the States. Yeah, so? What are the 2 seasons in Toronto? Winter and construction. Wow. You really are Canadian. Yeah.
Is that funny?
They just cut the whole thing.
What do you mean they just cut the whole thing?
There was a whole long bit of doing the...
Well, we have 2 versions of this. Like I said, I think this is just the short version of the long one that we have. Because we have the 2-minute one, and I'm betting that that's in the long...
They cut out... They did a whole back and forth about
but let me ask
how to
you,
tell that you're really Canadian.
Yeah.
And they cut that funny bit out.
Was it funny or cringy?
Oh, it was cringy. Yeah, that's why
All
it's funny.
All right, well, we'll see if it's in this one, because this one's 2 minutes long. So we'll go through this one, and then we'll go back to that to see if it's... Because, again, that's where, when you shared both of these with me, I'm like, nah, these are both the same story. But let's find out.
It's bullies.
Yeah.
This is what I can't stand in the
Yeah.
world. And we're the
This is
country
supposed to be-
that stands up to bullies.
Yeah.
And
Which country, Canada or America? Because, again, you're an American advocating what? So for Canada, you guys stand up to bullies? Oh, dude, you know what bullies he should stand up to? The people that booed a whole bunch of, like, youth hockey players because of what the government of the country they came from did. Like, a whole bunch of people were like, you know what we can do? We can take it out on these kids playing a game.
Yeah.
And we can boo them because they're from America. Regardless of how they feel politically or who they may or may not have voted or who their parents endorsed or whatever, we can just outwardly hate. You know who those people were? Those were some goddamn bullies. You better get on that one, Mike.
Bullies.
Those were some bullies.
Those were not true Canadians, though.
It was a psyop. It's documented. It's proven.
No.
Sent,
It's
Trudeau
the people
sent the
that
fake
they've
Canucks
flooded the
to
country
depreciate their worldview values, so that way he can throw it all in. And it's turning the goddamn Canucks game. I won't stand for it. I apologize. I'm sorry, I'm a Christian.
Boys, all of them.
The ducks in the park are free. You can take them home. I have 256 illegal ducks. All right, let's go ahead.
Yeah. I hope, and I know that you will, but I hope we continue to be the good guys.
What does
Oh,
Canada
fuck
mean to
you.
Like, how does it...
Canada means everything. I wouldn't be anything without Canada.
No, actually, no offense, dude. You wouldn't be anything without SNL. Was SNL a Canadian thing? Like, I know, like, a lot of the people,
Lauren,
Kids in the Hall was Canadian. Lauren Michaels is
yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah. Lorne Michaels is kind of... SNL is American, but yeah, so much...
The launch of it was
talent
vastly Canadian influence, like, because it's just like, it was like, they just took all the funny people from Canada and Dan Aykroyd and they put them together.
They basically did hire most of the folks from SCTV, if not immediately at one point or another. Most of the SCTV actors and actresses were.
Because I'm gonna
end
guess.
up on SNL.
I'm gonna guess. What is it? Belushi, Murphy. I'm worried about
Aykroyd.
this one. I know Aykroyd isn't Canadian, so I'm just going for the ones that aren't Canadian at all. That were really like in the launch of it. That were really good.
No, sorry, Aykroyd is Canadian.
Fuck, he's Canadian.
I thought we were just.
I thought he was.
Naming.
I thought he was a
people that were
Russian implant. No, Eddie Murphy is not Canadian. I don't believe.
Eddie Murphy, no.
Yeah, that's
Dan
why
Aykroyd is.
Oh fuck! Wow.
Okay, wait. Yeah, SCTV. I'm having so much trouble pulling up the names of the SCTV guys. There's a dude with the super dark curly. They're all shit. SCTV.
They're all shit. Then how did they get brought into all this other stuff if they were shit? Chevy Chase, says Mr. Q. Chevy Chase. Isn't Dan Aykroyd also a comedian? Or Canadian? Yeah. I guess so. Eddie Murphy is from New York, so is Chevy Chase. So it's Eddie Murphy, Chevy Chase. I'm trying to think of the original.
John Candy, Eugene Levy, Joe Flaherty. That's the one I was trying to remember. Joe Flaherty, Dave Thomas, Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara, Martin Short.
Wait a minute, like the guy that owns the Wendy's chain? Dave Thomas?
Rick Moranis, Harold Ramis, Robin Duke, Tony Rosato, John Hemphill, Mary Charlotte something, and Jan Randall. That's the cast, and the bulk of them ended up on Saturday night.
Either way,
yeah.
It's still, the point is still accurate that the SNL is apparently a Canadian import. Is the best way to work. Eddie Murphy isn't original cast. It doesn't need to be original cast. I'm just thinking of the ones. Whatever. All right, fine. Whatever. Who's on my ass about Eddie Murphy? Isn't poignant pachyderm? Digger, sound more French Canadian, you frog N-word. She's not French Canadian.
I know. I'm as far west as you can go. My people went as far away as possible into the wilds, trying to get away from the Frenchies, the stupid government.
Dave Thomas from Bob and Doug McKenzie, you hoser. I don't even know what that is. Again, you say Dave Thomas, and I just think of the guy going, "Hi, I'm Dave Thomas for Wendy's," and he's like the owner of Wendy's. It's just
Johnny.
What?
How can you? Okay, we'll have to rectify this at a different time. But have you even seen any SCTV stuff?
Nope.
Nope.
I grew up without a lot of television. Like it was there intermittently.
It really is what Saturday Night Live was based off of. Oh goodness, I can't just pull up any old one. It won't be a,
Oh,
it's
dude,
old,
are we
it's
gonna
old
get in
humor,
trouble
so
or
it's not
pop
all
with it?
funny, but I will find you some good SCTV.
See if we can find one where they use the N-word. Just because I imagine if it's older, it's probably more racist. Because again, back then it wasn't as hurtful. Like people got into their feels a lot more, and now the racism hurts more.
The Canadian taxpayers subsidized our housing, gave me a fantastic high school.
And for all of that, we thought we'd, give them the right not to vote. Because obviously that's why you're here in front of me, because you are not elected. This is what bothers me about Canada. This dude should be nowhere near the thrones of power. Nobody put him there, other than the people that nobody put there. Like, you guys have a weird government where you do what it tells you to, but it doesn't give you any rights. I'm like, why aren't you guys up in arms, revolting? It's strange.
We kind of are. Just we do it in our own way. I don't know. Because we're all sheeple. We really do need to start standing up for ourselves. Because, the fact that they just installed Carney like this is is crazy. But they installed the wrong person because so much of his stuff is out there for the world to see. What a failure it was. They did not pick a good choice to start off with. I do believe Poilievre is still going to be the next prime minister. I don't think Carney.
Did they maybe do this to throw some heat off of him so people have like a new shiny toy to focus on and get him just that much closer to the goal?
Yeah, it does. It does make Poilievre. It does push more people into the Poilievre camp. And he is a UN shill instead of a WEF shill, but it's all working for the same goal. So, I've been saying for years now that Poilievre would be the next prime minister.
I think Johnny needs introduction to Strange Brew. Strange Brew sounds familiar.
I'm pretty sure you were talking about it.
Strange Brew?
When he says, yeah, but the Canadian beer sucks.
No, that's Canadian bacon.
Oh, sorry.
They go over the border to a hockey game. A Canadian hockey.
Right, I'm mixing up the games.
That's when they're sitting at the thing. It's John Candy and then the black guy who later becomes like the first Toronto Maple Leaf black hockey player. Because he's the one who's like, how come you never see any black people in the NHL? And just like, no.
Hey, I got an idea. Here, I've got a trailer.
Well, you're gonna need what, like a horse or a truck? Like, because you can't pull it by yourself. That's heavy as shit.
A trailer for Strange Brew. Here.
Why do we have to watch the trailer for Strange Brew?
Because it's less than 2 minutes, and it'll give you a bit of an idea.
I don't know why this is a thing. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We are grateful to have all of you guys here hanging out with us today. We're talking about Canada and their new leader, Mark Carney.
How funny we are.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're awesome and entertaining. But the whole thing with Mark Carney, like I said, the problem with me is that he's not elected. You just brought out that he came out of nowhere and they just kind of like installed him. So
well, not out of nowhere. He's the brains behind Trudeau. He's been the one pulling the
Kulu, coo.
Cuckoo. Yeah. Cuckoo Karoo. Cuckoo.
I'm guessing that's an inside thing to the joke. Take off,
Hoser.
It's
Bob and Doug.
Take off.
That's what
Hoser.
I was looking for. Was the Hoser bit? That's what I was looking for.
All right.
I fill some holes too.
Did you send me that link? Do I need to?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I have to do it like this because if I don't, oh, actually, no, I don't. I can do it this way. Okay. Strange Brew trailer. Oh, dude, will I get popped for airing this?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, it's a trailer. It can't. It's a trailer. It's a preview. And we'll be putting us over it and adding context. Plus, it's old. It was really weird. Remember the Hockey Falls commercials with Coach Barry?
You gave him all our beer, he's loaded. No way. He's supposed to roar. Maybe I ought to crank his tail, eh? That'll start him up. Okay, start up. Come on, eh? Maybe we ought to call Marlon Perkins, eh? Get Wild Kingdom here, eh? Hey, come. Oh, geez, he's getting mad, eh? Yeah. Oh, geez, we better get going. You do the theme, eh? Oh. Good day. Oh, do our new movie theme, eh? Yeah, okay. Okay, good day. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug. How's it going, eh? Welcome to our movie, eh? Okay, our topic is movies. There's a difference between TV and movies, eh? Okay, go back to movies. Geez, now that hoser's growling. Yeah. Take off, will you? We're doing our movie. Don't wreck our show, you hoser. Okay, another topic. Zoom out, eh? Yeah. Let's show how big the screen is, eh? See what happened? Film broke. Rip off! You cut off our movie. It's only a preview, eh? I didn't want to show them.
We're leaving.
You hoser, you got them mad they came to see Strange Brew.
Take off, this is just a preview. Our movie's not coming out till the summer, you knob.
They've been saving their allowance for weeks to see this movie.
You lied to them.
You better tell.
You better tell.
No, you tell him.
We'll get that guy with the big voice to tell him.
Direct from SCTV, it's Bob and Doug McKenzie spilling across the screen this summer in Strange Brew.
What the is that noise? What is whooping?
Whooping?
Is that Discord?
I don't hear it.
Well, I heard something go bop 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 2 seconds ago, and I'm wondering if it's Discord because of having it open on this app. I might not have the settings I have on my thing. All right, so there's that. No offense, but I don't think I've seen that movie, and I don't think I need to. I'm sure that it's very entertaining for the people that like it, and I'm sure for the people that like it, it's a classic movie that they enjoy. I am not shitting on it. I love Rick Moranis. I don't know that I want to see that movie.
Sound of awesome.
So let's go to a couple people here with this.
Lookout Prods, yeah. SCTV, it's a Second City. Second City Theater is
Oh,
very
you could.
famous for
You
it.
should have said that. Second City. I thought that was a Chicago thing.
No.
Second
or maybe
City
there is one in Chicago as well, but there's one in Toronto.
Because Second City is where, like, again, Dan
Pretty
Aykroyd and a
sure
bunch
it's
of them
Toronto.
all like came together. Like, I know about that from. All right. Classic, a great hockey movie. You don't have taste, you hoser, says Saint RN. Canada is weird. All of these things can be
We
true.
are.
All of these things. Sounds like Discord.
that movie is pure Canada. It is.
Cheech and Chong go to Canada. Dude, that's another one that I've watched that, like, I'm sorry, that's not, like, no offense, that's not going to last like the time. I know potheads like, dude, Cheech and Chong. And I'm like, it's just because they smoke weed. Those movies are not that good. They weren't even back then. You had to be high to enjoy them. It was kind of the whole shtick, if we're honest. We have about an hour left in the program. We have all of our second hour stuff other than the Mark Carney stuff we got. So Mike Myers made a cocksucking promo for Mark Carney, and they tried to make it look innocent. I don't think it was.
Yes.
I don't think it was. I look at this, I say it's
No,
not
the
innocent.
whole thing is a setup. It's all an op to get people on side with Carney, or to really get them off side, depending on. Yeah, it's really really disappointing. I wouldn't have expected him to hop in on shit. You know, just shut up. Just shut up. Especially with the de facto prime minister who was selected, not elected, by the Liberals Party of Canada. They were selected by the elites at the top of the Liberal Party, as opposed to elected by the people who are legally supposed to be voting.
Ooh, okay. Okay, this is going to be fun. Okay, so we're going to have fun talking about that. All righty. That's going to be interesting. This will be the first one. Do we have a video for this? Yep, school board. All right, so we'll talk about it. Digger, can you slow down with dripping your maple syrup all over us, says King Kong Dong.
Smaller doses, right? Smaller doses? Okay.
Pot's legal now. That was the point, says Poignant Pachyderm. All right. Dave's not here, man. Right?
Yeah.
Sandy Squatch saying it's dumb. Farley came out of Second City in Chicago. Right? That's all right. So there is a Second City in Chicago. Because I know the Chicago
and there's also
one.
a Second City in Toronto.
Yeah, but yours is probably the second one. Ours is probably the first Second City, if I'm honest. Because isn't Chicago called the Second City?
I don't know.
I believe it is, but I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
Either way,
I thought
I
it was called
refuse
the
to
Windy
believe.
City.
Well, I mean, anybody. As long as you're downwind, it's always the Windy City. Run, Digger, run, says Molester Mel. So where Dana Carvey and David Spade's show Fly on the Wall is a George Soros-owned endeavor. It's cringe when celebrities talk politics. Well, you said talking politics with Dana Carvey and David Spade. only one of those names, and I'm not going to say which one, would I even be remotely interested to hear what they have to think about politics. But the other one, I'm definitely not. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, no offense, I don't care.
I've seen a couple of clips from that. I didn't realize it was a podcast. I thought it was just like a one-off thing.
Chicago is the sucky city, says Phil Some Holes. Well, actually, we really need Brian the science guy to really drop us on
Brian
that.
the
He's
science?
probably burning down his lab, as is tradition.
Right. Yeah.
So,
that's true.
So we have a couple of stories to get through for this last hour of the program. Thank you for supporting the program. I don't even remember who I'm supposed to be doing this for anymore. I had like 2 left to go because we had 5s floating in all over the place. So I've been spacing them out before I space myself out. And this was the thing I was trying to explain, and I've tried to explain to Aaron and other people. Like, when my body doesn't let me sleep, it gets harder to just sit in this chair. Like, randomly, my body's going to tense up and do weird shit. Like, sometimes I need to stand for a good 10 minutes. That's going to look fucking weird on this. I've tried. There's no way that I can stand up. Like, What? Yeah,
She's actually purring. This is awesome.
She's actually purring? Yeah. She loves you. Yeah, Canadians deal in CC. Maple syrup drip is real. Says Atomic Ray. Chicago is the original second city. Toronto and New York are training cities.
That's kind of what I thought. Toronto was... It's the original.
All right, so, yep.
Fair enough.
No, did you have something else to say? I didn't want to interrupt you.
No. I thought Toronto was the first, but if Chicago was the first...
Of course you would.
Fair enough.
You're Canadian. You got to understand, we probably did it first, and we probably did it better. That's because if we didn't, you'd be America, you know?
All the Canadian talents that started those shows. And
just hold your tits.
You not notice? Like, that's what we were talking about, all the different Canadian talent.
We didn't focus on the non-Canadian talent, but there was plenty.
You weren't funny enough on your own. You needed our Canadian humor to really make it take
yourself. Oh, you dirty bird. That's not okay.
We took your humor, we refined it, made it better.
Bullshit. Bullshit, and bullshit. All right, that should be one of the greatest quotes of all time. All right, Pennsylvania school board member. So this, I don't know if people know about this, but Latarsha Brown, who is on the Allentown School Board in Pennsylvania, seems to have planted a noose in her office at City Hall in order to make it seem like a hate crime. She is a school board member of Allentown, Pennsylvania, or Allentown SD, I think that means school district, and was charged for allegedly staging her own hate crime with a noose. She's also a city employee in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, dude, fire her so fast. Like, this is my thing with the hate crimes. When the hate crimes happen, like and they don't really happen that often. That's why we have these hoaxes happening constantly. But when an actual hate crime happens, people call for blood, people call for whatever. When people perceive something as a hate crime, they burn a city for 2 years. So, if you, perpetrate a hate crime, I don't care what color you are. You are a racist person who perpetrated a hate crime. So if you perpetrate a hate crime against black people, I want us as a society not to treat you like, oh, you're raising awareness. No. You hate black people. And I know there's a lot of black people that'll be like, that's not cool. No. It's perfectly cool. Because then maybe the people that are doing this shit will fucking stop. Because I'm sick of the hate groups that we have to fight against. But meanwhile, all of the ones committing the hate crimes are the victims. That's not how that's supposed to work. It bothers me. Juicy Smollett.
That is the world we're in now.
Right? A savage hypocrisy says Smoke Up Prods. Right, that's what I want. I want Jussie Smollett held as a racist who tried to kill a black man because he hates him for being black. I want us to, Jussie Smollett claimed who got him. And we now know that he arranged everything. So now Jussie Smollett gets to be the perpetrators he claimed. Jussie Smollett is two white MAGA-loving men who tried to kill a black man. That sounds crazy. 'Cause it is. 'Cause that's stupid. And these people are stupid, and I want them held accountable. Like I said, I don't want... Oh, that's the thing I was using to stick old Deadpool back on the mic stand. I don't want this lady being a part of the school board and the city if she staged a hate crime against herself. I want her persecuted for a hate crime, not for a hate crime hoax. I don't want it labeled as a hoax. No, it's not a hoax. You hate black people. Let's just go with it. Let's just roll with it. Let's take it on the first take and just move on. All right, let's do this. Let's flip over here. This guy's awfully interesting. All right.
Good afternoon. My name is Charles Rook. I'm the Chief of Police of Allentown. I'm joined at the podium by Captain Steve Bilkovitz and Detective Harold Bonzer of our Criminal Investigations Division. The purpose of this press conference is to provide an update regarding the Noose investigation. I want to take a moment to thank the following agencies who assisted in this case: the Lehigh County District Attorney's Office, the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Allentown Police Department conducted a thorough investigation, including interviews of persons, analysis of evidence.
It's LaTarsha. It's LaTarsha, I think. It's LaTarsha. Not Le. LaTarsha.
In consultation with the District Attorney's Office of Lehigh County. As a result of the subsequent investigation, LaTarsha Brown was charged with tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, a misdemeanor of the 2nd degree, and false reports to law enforcement, a misdemeanor of the 3rd degree. As in every criminal case, the fact that a warrant has been issued or a complaint has been filed is merely an accusation. The defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. I'm now going to ask Captain Milkovich to provide a summation of this investigation.
TT never trafficked syrup, just dumped old furniture 4 feet across the property line, so the city workers had to dispose of it. Who's TT? The PPC
I don't know.
was created because of the
He had
conservative...
mentioned Tampa Terry.
Maybe that's what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about Tampa Terry.
Yeah.
And then someone else said something about 400 square foot studio apartment. Yes or no? Could you be comfortable there? SH, who the fuck are you asking? If you're asking me, I don't know. How much is 400 square feet? Is that a lot? It doesn't sound like it.
I don't know.
That's about 100 square feet in any direction from the center or something like that. No, not from the center.
I pulled my LaTarsha. It does sound like a potty part.
Maybe? I don't know. I'd have to see how big it is. If it's all on the ground floor, though.
Retarsha.
Anvil Head. Who's Anvil Head? LaTarsha is too confusing. The whole I before E thing.
I before E.
Letitia is too confusing, though. Anvil Head, 4x10. 40x10. There we go. 40x10. So, yeah, that'd probably be too small for everything I need to do. Michael Ray Bauer lives in a 400 square foot studio. I don't know who that is, Logging Road King. I'm asking everyone/anyone looking at places in Austin, Texas.
Well, good luck to you finding a place to live, because I've already had to backslide my move-out plans.
Now the goal is to be out of here by September. Although I will admit, while it's not what I want to do, moving it to September does give me one massive benefit. This basement kicks ass in the summer. It's so nice and cold down here. I stay very nicely refrigerated. Like, it actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, fucking get it all figured out, get it all set up over the summer, move out in September when it's getting warmer or getting colder outside and warmer in your domicile generally. So I moved from a comfortable place to a place where as long as I got heat, I'm comfortable. It's good. That's not too small, but I'm in NYC, says the Optic Nerve. See, I was literally thinking of it from the point of view of all the stuff and the people that I have to fit into the space I'll be living in. Whatever space I find has to accommodate me, the ability to have my child overnight, and, yeah, you know, maybe one other person. All righty. Let's, you know what? I don't really care to hear about the more about it. It's the fact that this lady, again, This lady, my problem is this lady's on the school board. This lady's on the city council. This lady knows better than to fucking stage a race hoax. But that lady did precisely that. All right. I know a girl called Quastatius. No BS. I have the receipts, says Los Federales. Wait, was Los Federales?
Wow.
Los Federales, are you the one who had the story about the crocodile? Somebody who had the crocodile story? It was either Los Federales or it was No Pen or because the crocodile story. Because if you had the crocodile story, then I will believe you just solely off of that alone for saying I knew a girl called Quastatius. Now, if you told me you knew a stripper named Quastatius, I wouldn't even question it. Because it would have to be a lie. No stripper would ever use a name that long. Quastatius, it takes up way too much space on the board. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you just yes-anded that. Have you worked in strip clubs? Or as one, maybe? I don't know. Somebody have some Randy College days they're not sharing?
Nope. I've been to strip clubs.
You're
I've
awfully
never
up
worked.
on stripper board etiquette. It's interesting. All right. Anyways,
Board etiquette. Okay.
Brian the Science, that is mean. I will say one thing about, well, actually, I'll say several things about Ivy's mom. She's awesome. Helps me with all the shit that I do around here. Hey, remember when I turned into a kind of drooling pile last month because I got drunk? Who do you think had to put up with me after that? Mm-hmm. That's right, she did. And so she's pretty cool. The whole me not being here thing is literally just it's not good for me from a health standpoint. And personally, I would love sunlight. So there's just a lot of pros. There's a few cons. Pretty big con that's prevented me from doing this. But Johnny, has a period ever stopped you? What do you mean? I know a girl called Costatius. No BS. I have the receipts. Right. I don't know what he means by that. All right. Leave her alone. She needed the money, says Mr. Q. Oh, fuck you. I'm having fun. You don't have taste, you hoser. Saint Ren, I don't like beer. So a lot of people will tell me I don't have taste. I don't like the taste of beer. All right. Optic Nerve, seen some interesting configurations of NYC apartments. Have to get creative with the little space you have. It was a joke. I know, Brian. But I wanted to take a moment to be very clear about the fact that I am very grateful for the understanding and assistance that I have received from Ivy's mom. Mm-hmm. Your joke's fine, but I'm also being clear that I'm not just endorsing it and laughing at it. I just also was sorry, God. Where were you when I needed to know if they called Chicago the second city? You weren't here. Get on my dick now.
Right.
I don't need your.
Where were you?
We're at the 45-minute mark of the show. 45 minutes and this thing is done. We probably banked out the last day of March next Monday. Or is it next Monday? Yeah, it's next Monday. Next Monday. Yes, it's next Monday.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I'm totally aware of where I am goal wise now. So our goal is probably going to be on to next Tuesday. So thank you. I really like that week ahead rate. Oh, that's perfect. I don't feel like anyone's going crazy. I don't think my finances are going to be a mess to balance out. It's just, nope, we're good. This week's covered. We're working on next week. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Stripper names, Pendy, Silan, J-Bra was Crockett. Oh, J-Bra was Crockagata. I love Crockagata. I want them to make a horror movie called The Crockagata. It's just, I can't get that one out of my hand. Johnny's got prime cuck ham. What? Is there such a thing as a prime ham? Let alone a prime cuck ham.
No.
Or Or is he just saying no, like he's got prime cuck ham? Either way, no.
I think he's just saying you've got
They were
prime.
it's a bit. There was a shirt. We're looking into maybe finding like a jerky vendor or something, but I mean that's gonna be most people, they kind of want to put their own name on their meat, and I mean the odds that someone will let
You're
me
not
put
going to
my
want to
name,
slap another man's
right?
name on their meat.
Right? Like, dude, how do you feel about slapping my name on your meat? That's all I'm going to say to them. And, like, if they can and if they will, like, I'm like, dude, I'll sell a lot of your meat. I'm telling you. I won't, but I'll make that promise. They'll be pissed at me. Who do you guys care? And so, anyway, like, we get the meat, right? And then I got to ask them, can we call it Johnny's Hippo Jerky just to keep that as a bit going? And then they will have to shut up and buy it, because they can't use it as a bit anymore. And if they make any more businesses, they can write off. I already started dressing nicer. Like, maybe if I just don't look like a Mo, they'll be like, hey, no, he's not a butcher. He has like, they're like, no, we went with the Futon Emporium. Then you started milking gorillas. Then you started trying to put your shit together. So now we're just going to say you sell meat. And like, oh, you're leaning into that, huh? You're going to really push us on the meat thing. Oh, well, apparently now John's buying condos and he's a realtor. Like, go fuck yourself. I can't afford to do that. Salmon Shade. Was that the name of a stripper, Atomic Ray? I'm not sure. I've certainly never heard of it. Most of them go by just one word, like sunset.
Brandy.
That's you missed the joke there, didn't you? Because sunset is technically isn't it a compound word or whatever? It's like two words put together.
Oh my gosh. You made a grammar joke and you expected me to catch it?
I hate people that say he's slow and he's dumb. It's like, dude, I threw that together like that. Like,
you are I'm too slow for that.
How do you get gorilla milk stains off the futon? I don't know, Poignant Pachyderm. I guess, what is your futon made out of, and why were you milking a gorilla on it? How much? And why would you ask me how much for the ibex slices? I don't have any ibex. I don't have any of that. Like, again, if we find a distributor that can let me sell some jerky, then we'll let you guys buy some meat. But right now, it's just the cups and the shirts and the badges and the shit on the marketplace. You know what? After today and everything else, I am out of coffee. Just kidding. I have more coffee. I just have to make it. But I am going to have to. I'm going to have to make the Johnny Can't Stand y'all shirt. Speaking of Mr. Yes. Do you ever stop? Does a period ever stop you? And the answer is no.
It out there.
Because I never bleed out of my dick. Already I have.
One-worded Canadian stripper names. Wild comes in with Starfish. I think she wins the day. That one was a delayed joke. A bit of a time delay on it.
No, but really, like candy, cinnamon, fucking raven, crystal.
Crystal. That's the one I was trying to come up with. Oh, a lot of crystal.
But then you guys started working different clubs, and she came up more than you, and so it was like a delayed thing. I get it. Pickled frog legs in time for Easter. Why?
Ew.
Go to France if you want that froggy shit. I will say this.
That wouldn't even work with the Roadkill Cafe. Frog legs? That's not even good for. Yeah. No frogs.
Here's one thing that between being a former chef and being a science nerd, I know from both my culinary career and from honors biology. Frog meat, fucking almost identical looking to chicken. Like, especially once it's cooked. Like,
is it salty?
I don't know. I never ate it. I just made that shit for people. Are you kidding me? I worked as the chef. I didn't eat the food. And I had no interest in eating frog legs. Fish legs are the best, right? Especially if you can get them right when they get on land. Maybe Poignant was only asking because you milk more than just Digger. Oh, Rusty. You naughty person. Who is he directing that to? They are Canadian. Two names work. Quaboobs. I'm just gonna jump off and let you enjoy her laughing at Quiboobs. Quiboobs really just fucking hit her over here. She's having a good time with Quiboobs. That was congratulations, Atomic Ray. Atomic Ray on the Rumble, winning with Quiboobs. See, the show's
I thought Starfish was good, but
Starfish was good, but Quiboobs. Now up next, remember guys, if you want to, remember guys, make sure the rail for paying customers only. Now coming up next to the stage is our long-term favorite lady of the night, if you will, Quiboobs. Like that's what we. That's the kind of like that's me throwing it together really, really quick on the spot. Like there you go. Mr. Q saying tastes like chicken. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Okay.
After having dissecting a frog in honors biology, and for some reason that whole thing sticking like that, something about the formaldehyde smell and everything else about it. I remember all of that very vividly. That and the having to make them at the restaurant. I can't eat them at all, but I'm like, that looks like fucking chicken. Just it looks like it's chicken. So I would imagine tastes like chicken. They taste like dark chicken meat. Yeah. I guess it makes total sense. Makes total sense. But I can't, like I said, because of honors biology, I can't, if I know they're frog legs, if I know the meat is frog meat, unless I'm like starving or something, I'm just going to get the fucking formaldehyde smell. I'm going to remember crack it open and I'm just like, nope. Got any shrimp? I can eat the fuck out of some shrimp. Alrighty. Gentlemen, we got more of these. Feel free to send in money with these. I would totally love it. But I'm going to do this one just for fun. Wild Saberwood, gentlemen, thank you for being here. We appreciate your time, your attention, and your money. And speaking of which, be sure to get those bills ready for the next hottie coming to the stage. It's Starfish. Like, that's how you're going to do it, you know?
The optic nerve. Well, we know what Starfish is into.
Oh, man.
We know what kind of a dance we're about to get.
Remember, ladies, fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, if you think these ladies are great on the stage, you got to ask them about the VIP lounge. See what you can have happen with Starfish in the VIP lounge. Like, dude, you ate frogs in biology class. No point, you packeted. I'm saying the memory of dissecting a frog in biology class is somehow weirdly ingrained in me to the point where when frogs come up, especially if I'm, say, handling frog meat or proposing the idea of eating frog meat, I remember dissecting a frog in biology class, and the smells and sights of that experiment kind of turned me off of the idea of ever eating a frog. If I could forget that, fine, but I can't. Please roll those bills up. Oh, and there Starfish goes, demonstrating her patented George Washington disappearance trick. Don't worry, she'll fish him out later. All right, you get the good frog meat from the rib bits. Again, it's literally the fact that it's a frog. Like the fact that it's a frog, I'm like, and we're out. I can't do it because fucking. Ugh. All right. Twitch is pretty much standing still, so that's great. You ate frog, you get the good meat. All right, we caught up to everybody. Woo! We've got a half hour left in the show, so I kind of want to play the one-armed basketball player making collegiate history. I want to know what the history the player's making is. She made history.
One of those Guinness Book of World Record rants. Like
No. This is a college basketball player, Balea Cinnamon Daniels. Okay, Baileigh. Balea.
Layla. Yeah.
Bailea.
I don't know.
And then her last name, Cinnamon, spelled SINAMAN dash Daniels, DANIELS. I'm sorry. Do you name like?
Parents,
I'm really worried about
what
this.
are you doing to your children?
Well, dude, here's why, and you can say whatever you want about me, but did you name your daughter Balea because when you were paying bail, you're like, I really like that word. Like, fucking, where does that come from? It's, all right. So what is she going to do, though? So she's got one arm. Where's our one-armed amazing lady?
I don't know which one's which.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the black jerseys.
Oh, I thought she was like a victim of something. Never mind. She was just born with it, so she's been nubbing it all her life.
NCAA Division III women's basketball player with one arm to score a basket. The guard from Lesley University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, hopes her story will inspire others.
Bailey joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did we see the basket score? Was that what this was? Who scored? Like, again, I didn't see her anywhere. She kind of stands out with the whole, missing a wing. Oh, it is her. It's right her on the free throw line right here. They showed her in her away uniform, I'm guessing, because it's the dark ones. And then they showed her for the story in the home uniform. So she's wearing white in hers, and then so you'd think she's here, but no. No, she's right here. She did. They passed her the ball. She put in a three. Nice. Is that really, really hard to do? Just one-handed three-pointer? Like if you're setting up, Cinnamon Angus says, they just picked what was on the shelf of the liquor store she was born. Oh, Brett Mack. This lady is a NCAA collegiate basketball athlete in women's basketball with only one arm. So that means she's never going to have a future. Because even if she were the best player in the world, it would only be women's basketball. So she'll still need a side job.
I don't know. Maybe she can go over to Russia and make more money over there. It worked for what's her face.
They arrested her for giving a handy with the little hand. Dude, no, but no offense. Like if you're her and you're smuggling drugs, let's see, where was it? So she was, so it was this one. Yeah, you're doing it with the little hand. Like you're keeping them in here. Nobody's gonna dare check the little hand. They're not gonna be like, hey man, I wonder if you got some drugs. Little hand. Even the dog's gonna sniff the little hand, and you'll be like, "What the hell?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, no, it's just he's not. It looks like a baby hand, and he doesn't know what to think." I'm sorry, like it's gonna make people uncomfortable because everybody has arms, and when they see somebody who's just got a fucking little hand on their shoulder, they're gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I can't do this. I cannot." So,
not to mention, it's a female.
It's a getaway card.
Makes it even harder to.
It's like I always say to people, it's like I always say to the cashiers when I'm checking out, they're like, all right, you find everything you got? And I'm like, all right, that's everything for you today? And I'm like, yep. Besides, if there's anything in my pockets, I have a strong rule of if I can actually roll away and get away with it, it's too bad. Like, dude, it's on you. No offense. It's on you to catch me because like a fucking horrible smell can, all right? Like I can't outroll a stink. So you literally, if it's like, oh, we think he's stealing. Yeah, but we let him get away. Like you have to say you let him get away because there's no other way about it. If I made it off store grounds, that's your fault. They always let the cripple in, right? This is why people are like, oh, why do you bag on crippled people so much? It's because we all know we can get away with shit, but I'm the only one who's like, nah, guys, we get free passes for stuff. We get away with more shit than we should. And that's why a lot of crippled people, in my opinion, are pieces of shit. Because they don't go, no, I get away with everything. I get away with everything. People write off everything that I do, regardless of how shitty my behavior is. And I've had, even on air especially, I've had some shitty behavior. And it's just like, no, you can't just write that off because, well, you deal with MS. And it's just, so that's one thing I always tell people. When people are telling me like, oh, well, I've got problems, but yours are so much worse than mine. I'm like, it's not a fucking competition. Pain is relative, motherfucker. Like, feel free to wallow in your shit. I know I do. But don't act like because we both know each other and I go through worse shit than you that you can't express how your shit sucks. Like, no, that sucks for you. I mean, it'd be a fucking sunshiny day for me, you little asshole. But I mean, it sucks for you. I get it. So yeah, I just feel like that's the thing. It started with the ramps, ironically enough. Everybody's like, well, we got to make ramps so the wheelchair people can get in easier. And they're like, yeah, there you go. But then you get, oh, fuck, speaking of wheelchairs, I told a little bit of this story this morning. I've only ever let 2 people willingly wheel my chair outside of a hospital. Like outside of a hospital where the nurses and the staff have a tendency to do it.
They have to.
Yeah. Outside of that, I've only ever let 2 people, only willingly let 2 people. And I consider in both cases it to be a bad decision. The first one was Jonah, and I was telling this story after a comedy show. He pushed me fast, but because it was snowing and he was cold and it was cold and he wanted to help. So he's pushing me quickly to my car. There was like a pothole in the parking lot that was covered because of the snow, and the front wheel hooked the parking lot hole and just fucking, he didn't even mean to do it, but it stuck.
Oh, no.
And he's putting a lot of effort into it. So ass over fucking tea kettle I go, because he just pretty much huffed me right up out of my chair. I got like a really sick bruise in my rib. It sucked balls. The second time, and the scary part about the second time, is I didn't realize how bad and dangerous and scary of a decision it was until after. I went out drinking with Imholt, and we were bar hopping, and he pushed me from one bar to another at one point, and I realized now, I'm like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea. And the thing is, I was reaffirmed about that. I don't remember what brought up this point of the story, or the story this morning, or whatever brought it up just now. But so when I told that story this morning, he goes, yeah, I don't even remember that. I'm like, right? It's the night you bought the pink hoodie. And he's like, yeah, I don't remember any of that, dude. I don't even remember getting to the ultimate. And I'm like, no shit. Like, that's why I should and that's why I don't like people pushing my fucking wheelchair. Oh, because we were talking about handicapped people. The other thing about it is, the thing that pisses me off the most is when people don't listen when they put their hands on it and I say, no, thank you, I have it. Like, I've got it. Like, no, thank you. Like, again, I'm not including hospital staff in this. I get the whole thing with them. And they deal with wheelchairs on a regular basis. What I'm talking about, though, is just like random people are like, no, I'll grab the handles and give them a push. I won't even talk to him about it. I'll just like, and I'll watch him, I'll watch him mentally shit his pants as he's like, the fuck's happening? Who are you? Like, that whole thing has to happen. There was a freaking, all right, well, she was a Somalian lady, let's be honest. And I'm not saying that has anything to do with the story. But she was a Somalian lady. It's just a descriptor. What do you want from me? Anyhow, there's a Somalian lady with her husband and her kid, and they're fucking heading into the store. She just grabs my chair and starts pushing. I refused several times, literally had to grab the wheels to stop it before. It's just like, don't fucking do that. That was part of the plot on a Law and Order Criminal Intent episode. They didn't search the guy in the wheelchair, and he was the assassin. I fucking knew it. I knew it. You guys, like I said, I don't enjoy being right about this, but I am. Like, I'm not saying every single like crippled person is a piece of shit. I'm just saying the more that any crippled person I hear or see people being like, he's just always so positive, or she's so upbeat and doesn't let her condition get her down. I'm like, They either get away with murder on a regular basis, keeping them happy, or that's a effing sociopath, and they've got a dark side. I'm telling you, I know this from experience. They're a piece of shit. And so that's why, like, I'm not surprised that you tell me that. Yeah, dude. Like, this should be every person's cripple radar. Like, whenever we come around, just be like, hey, man. Hey, did you feel that? Somebody missing a digit? Like, that should just be a thing. All right. Limb check. Like, I bet MS with a bad case of hemorrhoids is on the list of shitty days. I don't have that. So, no. I do actually, I don't mean to brag. The legs work well enough to stand vertically. Hey, kitty. I just can't walk. So I have to stand. Kaiser Soze had a faux lame leg. Exactly, dude. Kaiser Soze, one of the most infamous cripples of history, based off a true story, played by Kevin Spacey, who is a mentally retarded person, which means he's handicapped. I'm sorry, those last parts, I don't know if those are true. But you know what? If I'm wrong, fuck me. Wait, sorry, Kevin. Kevin, no, it wasn't an offer. Stop.
I don't know. Sounded like an offer.
Feels the most. That's why they don't let Johnny have guns, right? I'd be like, let's do some cripple hunting. Didn't you want to do that today? Didn't you say you wanted to do that today? Didn't you say you wanted to bag a cripple?
Yeah. Yeah, I was bored. Let's go hunt some cripples. Why not?
All right, I need 2 plaques. I need one for the head, and I need one for the automated chair. I'm gonna mount that on the wall too.
Okay. All right.
You know how they get the bobcat and it's like in motion? Can I have him doing like while he pushes the button? Like, I want to taxidermy him mid drool. And just hand on the joystick, just like, can I get that? And you know them singing fish, them Billy Bass singing fish. Can I have it when people walk in, like they hit the laser thing, and then he goes, like, can we do that? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Mr. Cute Carcass.
Oh, go. Why the heck not? It's not my table. I don't eat here.
YouTube
Just
doesn't
make
want to
me
let me tell you put razor wire around the handles of your chair. Like, I would, except there are people I care about who actually do push my chair.
Wild had a good idea. Put a sign on your wheelchair that says "Don't touch the electrified handles." Oh, and she's got the barbed wire as well. But I'm thinking electrified handles. You could flip a switch, so the electricity only goes through once you've realized that it is indeed a stranger pushing and not someone you know.
Right.
You're not
I also realized there's
everyone.
3 people. I forgot one person on the list. Ivy's mom. Ivy's mom's pushed the wheelchair more than once. It's always when I can't push the wheelchair because Ivy's sitting in my lap. Like, I become a conveyance for my child when we go out in public sometimes. Where she's like, "Daddy, I'm gonna ride with you," and she just hops in the chair. It's like, you little bastard! Both of your legs work.
That's okay. 6, you said.
Yeah.
She's gonna soon enough. She'll be old enough. She'll be able to push you.
She's in the 100th percentile for height. She's fucking huge. My daughter. My daughter, dude, my daughter is gonna be like a fucking, like an Amazon queen, like just fucking giant. Like, you come for a snoo. Like, no guy can fuck. Like, she will be a power forward. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'll say this: I played hockey my whole life, and I love hockey. I hope to Christ my daughter never finds out about the sport. I don't even want to risk that somehow made its way over there, solely because it's expensive as hell. Only reason. Taser handles do sound cool. Dude, I don't even know if I own the wheelchair. Like, fuck if I know. Anyways, let's we got the one-armed basketball player thing. I don't know that I care enough to keep going. And there's other stuff that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Particularly
Got like
this
20
video.
minutes left.
Right? I think we might have fun with this next video. So, baseball or volleyball scholarship for her, for what, my daughter?
No, basketball or volleyball for your, yeah.
Well, I'd say maybe basketball, but the odds would probably be better for volleyball because, honestly, and this is the sad part, she's a water bug. So, I don't know how much being big and tall, like height-wise, would help with that. But she may be swimming.
Polo?
I don't know. She doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to. I kind of think she'll be into music a lot. Like, she seems like she has that just like subconscious music tick that I have, where she gets into music in her own little world. She sings what she's doing through the day. Maybe all kids do this. I don't know. She's the first and probably only one I'm gonna have. So you never know. Phil Simol says volleyball. Volleyball, I think, would probably be fun for her because she'd be playing in the sand, playing on the beach, and people play volleyball. Like, it all goes together. So it all goes together. Alrighty. We do, again, only have about 20 minutes left in the program. This video is fun. I don't know if I would do this, though, and I thought you might enjoy watching this. A guy decided to get creative fighting, scaring off bears in his neck of the woods.
Okay.
Nope. There we go. No, wrong button.
Ooh.
Holy Jesus. Welcome to the Matrix!
No. That's a much worse idea.
All right, so...
Especially with the open door, and it's all glass. This is not well thought
And he's in a
out.
bear suit, and he's scaring off a visiting black bear. Oh, so he's dressed as a big brown bear. He's going out as a big, tall brown bear.
Yeah, he's too hesitant.
I feel like this is playing dangerous. Yeah, but how many bears also walk on their hind legs? Is he too hesitant or hesitant enough? Ha, I saw a cat. Cat wasn't on screen, but I saw the cat. Oh, there it
There's
goes.
another one right here.
Now he's like, wait a minute, what the fuck are you doing? I'm a bear and I can't do that. Get on all fours, buddy. You got to get on all fours and start being like, Murr.
If he gets on all fours, he'll show that he's not really as big. He's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to wander over here.
Okay. Do we do this multiple times? Does he keep a bear costume, like, on hand?
I don't understand. Yeah.
Stop, drop, and growl. Oh, here we go. This is another shot. Is he gonna?
Might be playing.
The bears might be playing.
Well, no, this bear might be playing with this guy.
He did. He went. Brr, brr. The bear is going to hump him, says Mr. Q. Okay, so it's a bear connection. Oh, if he lost them, if he didn't have that suit, I don't think he could bear it. All right, let's close that. Let's close that. So yeah, the video footage was captured in Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville. Oh,
Asheville,
that
North
place
Carolina.
is one of the places that was devastated by the storms.
Ferociously approaching. Or no, excuse me, I misread that. God, I hate how my eyes pick up different words at different places. Bravely approaching a ferocious-looking black bear in his own bear costume that more closely resembled a college mascot. Yeah, I would agree with that. With caution thrown into the wind, the costume man kept inching forward bit by bit until the bear ran off. All right.
I think the actual bear is coming back because it's like playing with them.
Perhaps.
Like it's it seems like it's having fun. It comes over and it waits and then runs away and then it'll creep back and I think it's playing. It looked like a younger bear anyway.
It did, but I don't know. All right, I've got the Texas A&M thing I don't want to do, I don't think. I don't want to bother with that. That's no fun. I don't want to bother with that one either. That's no fun. So I'm going to do this last one is the last serious story I have, and then we're going to move to the goofy shit we had in the third section.
Okay.
I've got a video of a dude doing some really crazy stuff, and if nothing else, we do like this one other video, and then I have the one I have what one to end the show. Like we're just gonna play that, and I'm just gonna turn off my mic, and you can just mute yours, and we'll just play the outro while while that's playing over and over again, and then we'll just call it a day. And then the one you sent me to start like 45 seconds in, we aren't even going to make it to that one. So that one's for tomorrow for sure. There's a bunch of stuff. We have a bunch of stuff to put into tomorrow. So before I get to this next story, just letting everybody know The Saturday game stream is back this Saturday. We are back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, me and Digger. So we will be here again tomorrow to go till 4:30. I love that I fixed those fucking lights over there because my green's finally starting to come through. Beauty. Yeah, so we're doing all that. I'm doing a show and everything. Yeah, hooray. And
Woo. Thanks for the donations.
Bob's your crunkle. All right, the bear ran off. It's not a mother with cubs, otherwise it wouldn't be so calm. Imagine how bad it smells in that bear suit. I imagine it smells pretty bad. A Trading Places movie. The guy has a furry fetish, possibly. He looks like a giant sun bear. The creepy thing that looks like a man in a suit.
Yeah, those giant sun bears are interesting animals.
All right. Well, we have caught up. I don't know why, like, the Twitch chat is just dead. So maybe, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, this video is from someone posting in Ireland. I really love these videos because all of the people that always say, like, colonialism isn't okay and, like, all this other stuff, like, so yeah, all right, cool. But what happens if all those people that are like all the colonialism and whatever white oppression around the world, what happens when they go to, like, hi, Al.
That's what I was thinking. Hi, Al.
It's the kitty.
Hi, Al. Yours is much more photogenic than mine.
That is true. He is a photogenic cat. So yes, we have a lady who moved to Ireland who's not Rosie O'Donnell, and they want to tell us what they think the problem with Ireland is. And as we get over here, I just want to ask, you didn't think maybe put on a clean shirt before filming this? What the fuck is this? Did you play paintball before now?
I was shocked, but I also really wasn't surprised. Throughout my Irish education, I never had a teacher who looked like me, but I developed the biggest pet peeve for when people decide to blame it on Gaeilge. I can tell you now that Gaeilge is definitely a barrier for people from ethnic minority backgrounds.
Right. It's the natural language. I think she means Gaelic.
For getting into teaching.
Oh, okay.
But it is not the biggest barrier, in my opinion.
Oh, for getting into teaching.
There would definitely be more ethnic minorities doing secondary school teaching because there's no Gaeilge requirement there. But the numbers are just as low as they are in primary school teaching. I definitely think one of the...
You're mad because they're teaching Gaelic to the Irish children.
Well, more importantly,
there's not enough
representation of people like her
in Ireland.
Yeah. Somehow it's like society's fault that more of these people aren't teaching. And like, no offense, a lot of schools.
Why aren't there more white? Yeah, no, I'm not even going to go there.
Why are but I don't know about Ireland. I could have swore, wasn't that a largely Catholic continent? Like, wouldn't God be a part of the schooling?
Versus Protestant, they hate each other so much they built a ginormous wall. Yeah, a ginormous wall across the island.
Well, you said ginormous.
To separate the Protestants from the Catholics.
Ginormous.
It's been like that forever and ever.
The wall feels nothing.
Wouldn't it be amazing if they finally got together, tore down the wall, and celebrated their differences
down the wall
by taking out all these immigrants that have been foisted on them?
Tear down the wall.
Oops, that didn't work.
Oh, see,
Tear down the wall.
Yeah, you can't. You got to risk them murdering you to do this. You got to pick them up.
Oh.
You got to give them a good base. The secret is a good base for the back feet, and then you got to softly hold the arm, only elongating it so much. You go tear down the. All right, yeah, he's gonna run now.
Sorry, this way.
He's pissed. He's like, all right, fuck you.
Tear down.
You don't approve of the Gaelic requirement, then fuck all the way off. Right, that's my thing.
Yeah.
These people want all of the rules changed for them to be a part of your society. It's like your society existed somewhere else and you decided that wasn't good enough, so you came here. I'm not saying that this society does it better, does it right, or anything like that. I'm just saying if you chose to be here, then realize you have to acclimate to that society just as much as they have to acclimate to you, but that's on a personal presence level. Like, they're not required to make sure every person of every minority has equal representation in a school. You can't force that.
No.
Especially if it means eroding the standards. But whatever. All right, let's continue hearing about how Ireland isn't dark and Muslim enough for this lady to feel accepted in school.
The issues is representation. The curriculum has only become so diverse in the recent years, and also all of the teachers that children, teenagers are seeing are all white. But also,
yeah, it's kind of like, no offense, you moved to the Mayo capital, one of the Mayo capitals of the world. I wonder how many white teachers do they have in, say, Somalia or in all these African countries? I'm betting they're not all white there either. This is weird. This is weird. Like, this isn't fair. I need more representation. I'm tired of being called a part of a person who's a colonizer or a beneficiary of colonialism and all this stuff. What do you call it when you move somewhere else and demand that whole place start being more accepting of you? Isn't that a kind of colonialism? Aren't you sort of colonizing? Ireland has survived their own games and hardships. Now they have to deal with this nonsense. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. That's something we covered recently. Immigrants have been a growing influx thing in recent years. Oh, famines. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, Gamenese? What's gammons? All right, but yeah, no. So, and hardships now they have to. But again, Mr. Beat, like I said, she's wearing Johnny's shirt. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. This looks like a house painting shirt. What's with this stuff? Yeah. I'm sure there's.
She does when she's chores, or what she wears when she's doing chores.
Thanks. That helps.
No, the paint stain's silly, not the fact that the patterns are very similar.
Students from ethnic minority backgrounds in education is kind of appalling. So a lot of students from these backgrounds do not want to become teachers because they've had a lot of negative experience with teachers in their life. There's definitely
imagine
a lot
that.
of unconscious bias.
Imagine that. They've had a lot of negative experiences with teachers in their life because you're going up to white Christian people as a dark-skinned Muslim person, and what do you want? They're not going to know how to talk to you. Yeah, dude, and how much of it involves telling them that they're wrong to teach about this, that, or the other? Because, like I said, I just don't imagine Ireland separating, and maybe this is an old belief, but the religious stuff. That's why I'm really weirded out about the Rosie O'Donnell moving to Ireland. She's got to be more on the Protestant side, I imagine.
I guess so. That's why I keep saying this might be the miracle that finally unites Ireland. Is
they're
the
both sick of the influx of immigrants
that are so totally different from their Christian belief system that they have to bond together to fight it.
Magic 8 Ball, come on, Johnny, she's hot. Yeah, I know. That's why I have her on tomorrow too. If you're talking about this lady, no, not my type.
I don't know, she's got a purty face. That's about all I can tell.
You got a purty mouth, girl. It's not helping anyone. What do we have? Oh shit, we only have 8 minutes left. Tag, you want to jump up now? All right, fine.
Hey.
From primary school teachers, secondary school teachers, and even in higher education from lecturers.
Where are you
And I
going?
definitely will always believe that the diversity of the classroom should definitely reflect in the teaching force. Children should be able to see.
No.
And go back
Diversity in the classroom should definitely be reflected in the teaching. No, because you have like one teacher to 30 students.
Yeah.
So what, you're saying we have to put all of the black people together or all of the Somalian people together, like, so they can have, where does the color swatch matching stop? The problem, again, this is the thing that annoys me with this stuff. People who want their culture, their ideas, and their beliefs to be transplanted with them, fully endorsed and respected by people who don't hold those beliefs. Because Rusty Grammar, God gets mad if she doesn't. So that's why she does that. It is only home alone with maybe the man she married or her family that she's allowed to not be covered head to toe, lest we all be unable to control our urges around her.
Themselves and their teacher and have relatable experiences. And in order to do this...
You can't do that, though, because if we do that for you, what do we do for the classmate sitting next to you who's as white as the driven snow? Where does that person... And you could say, oh, well, the next class, they get their teacher. Like, right. But then what about this Mexican guy? All right, now what about Rosie's kid? So she's going to have like a fat lesbian teacher so she can feel like, you know, oh, this is just like at home. Like, no, you can't do that. You can't set it up that way. And the idea, like, the people that push this stuff piss me off. Or they could do like England and just restrict knives in the capital city. What? What was that, Digger?
Rusty. Her God sucks. Just so simple.
SH, or they could be like England, restrict knives in the capital city. That won't do anything. I love that, like, England was one of the big, like no guns places. Like, we crack down on guns. See, stopping gun violence starts with getting rid of guns. It's like, yeah, but your stabbings went through the roof. All right, guys, no knives for the stabbing. Chef's knives now need to have blunted tips, lest you be enticed to stab. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. You're trying to, at what point do we say, look, all right, no more toothpicks. They too closely resemble sharp sticks, and you guys have started using those too.
We've made shovels illegal, remember? So
yeah, I know.
I think they can go a lot further.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they could go a lot further. You've got some awfully interesting ones. Like, does that include like the fucking like beach, sand pails,
shovels,
like little tiny plastic ones?
I don't know if the little but my little trowels for pots are illegal. They've been illegal for a few years now.
A lot of those super cheap, like Chinese plastic beach toy things, like those shovels and those pails, you can cut somebody pretty good on those. Those edges, those are pretty.
Yeah,
you'll regret them shits.
I wonder if those are going to
be Those are the shovels you need to stop.
Up on a couple of them.
Fucking razor blade shovels. All right. Going to see Alto Nights with Robert De Niro. Answer is no, Smoke Up Prods. I don't even know what Alto Nights is. Correct, my friend wouldn't even take off her headscarf when my uncle was in the house, even though he was in his office on the other side of the house, right? Sweden has weekly grenade explosions.
Yep.
From what?
Toronto and Ottawa have the daily prayer, public daily prayer thing going on.
That one doesn't really matter to me as much. Like, I feel like people voted
down
on
streets.
Oh.
So that people can do their public praying.
Oh, that's not okay. But like playing it on a loudspeaker shouldn't fucking matter.
No. Well, hey, excuse me. It does too matter. If you're not allowed to honk your freaking horn in Ottawa.
Wait a minute, you're not allowed to honk your horn?
Then you're not allowed to play your freaking prayer music.
I can agree with that. But it's still like, dude, you're not allowed to honk your horn. Every time I hear like the bottom and I'm like, oh, it can't get worse. It can't get worse. You tell me about something else about Canada. It weirdly gets worse. All right, so we're going to see how many of these we want to play. Most of these are really short.
Faith in humanity.
Oh, there's one of these is here twice. Well, that's horrible. Or did I not click this one?
Sandy is right. A blunt knife will cause more damage than a sharp one.
Oh crap! I'm running I'm running out of time, so I'm going to save this one for tomorrow. I'm going to use this one. That's 30 seconds, and then I'm going to we'll do our goodbyes. And I need you to send me the links to all your channels so I can post those for you from now on. Because it's really easy for me to do.
Yeah, all 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will get on that.
Right? You should. All right. So we've got a song for you. Chad Kroger's looking for new talent, apparently. And so we have this video. And then we'll play this, and then we got another thing. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Digger, when are you?
I'll be here tomorrow morning with you.
Huh. Sounds rather awesome. All righty. We'll do this while we check. Also takes longer to heal if it's not a smooth cut. Oh. Hammers are the #1 most deadly weapon. Interesting. A blunt knife will cause more damage than a sharp one. Yeah, dude, butter knives are dangerous. My sister, one of my sisters at Thanksgiving was cutting into a roll to display with a butter knife. Just right in the palm. Like, didn't even know. Strange. Anyways, let's go to this. Look at this photograph.
If you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost faith in humanity, and this is your villain origin story, if you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost...
It's not bad, right? I don't know who Aaron Paulsley is, but dude, was that fucking awesome? All right.
I love it.
Yeah, so that was just a fun little thing. I could have played that anytime, but I don't know. I feel like doing that today. All right, so that this one's only 15 seconds long, so I'm probably just gonna let it play on a loop for a little bit for you guys. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. It's 4:30. I've got some kiddo time and some World of Warcraft to do, so I gotta get out of here. We've been Johnny. She's been Digger. You've been an audience. It's been awesome. Is she living in a closet or is she at camp? The answer is yes, SH. The answer you're looking for is yes. MSO with the thumbs up. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting the show today. I'm sure our $5 goal got knocked out on Twitch, and I don't know, another day or two we'll probably be close to getting a buyout from Rumble to kick it on down the road. So thank you all. We'll get out of here. Take care. Till tomorrow. Oh, that's right. We're not doing the regular outro screen. We're doing this one. I have to pull this up, and then I have to take your camera and mine off of this screen.
Hi, kids.
So we'll check you guys later. Bye.
Game over.
Game over.
Game over, man. Game over. Why didn't somebody tell me your ass is so big?
All the gay people in LA.
The goddamn robots died!